right now, baby. Tell them to come join the show right now, baby. Oh, wow. Come join the Midwest show right now. We paying 15 people bills. Come call in right now. You with your tough ass. Yes, Lord. Oh man, Uncle Lightfoot coming shut down y'all city. Keep playing. Yes, Lord, man. The energy is in the air. I feel it. I love it. Every time I
Beetlejuice looking mother person gets anywhere near here.
Man, every time I talk to Unc, he changed the whole the vibe. What's up, people? I'm sharing this video real fast. Give me a second. We'll be right with you. Share this video, people. Hit that thumbs up as well. Hit that thumbs up and hit that share button. Share it in your community with your people, with everybody. We paying some bills.
Shipper, did you get to hear me and Unc or Unc and I?
Oh
yeah. Shipper was on the phone. You know, Shipper my sidekick, but Shock ain't around, so that's my other protege. You know what I'm saying?
I'll tell you what, man. I'll tell you what. I've never been more proud to be a part and to learn. This is I'd have paid for this. Honestly, I'd have paid for this over college any day of the week. Any day of the week.
Right.
Man. And Chris, that was phenomenal, like interaction, questions, and everything.
I didn't even get to Midwest. I didn't even get to tell him that my car is paid off on my credit report.
Ooh.
Oh, but I had hey Shipper, didn't I have just asked him about introducing Chris to him?
Yeah, like minutes.
Right.
Minutes before that.
I believe you, Midwest.
I need to sit down and talk to him, Midwest.
You can talk to him once you learn a little bit more.
I didn't doubt that at all, Midwest.
Oh yeah, I know you did. I was just saying, I got y'all. I try to make sure everybody, you know what I'm saying, get what they need. He said, my phone might die. I'm watching it with my mama. It's all good. It's all good. Well, hey, my name is hey, what's going on? Yes, Lord. We out here. Out here in the Midwest with all my brothers and my sisters, kings and queens. Yes, Lord. I hope everybody having a good evening.
You hear what's going on tonight, right? You see they gave us a live alert on our phones down here in Chicago for a shutdown from 9 at night to 6 in the morning. They down there trying to loot, but they got it. It ain't worse than it was. They busted through windows, but they didn't get nothing out the store.
It's all good. It's all good, Marvin. It's all good, my brother.
Yeah, they got curfew in the city of LA because they got buildings on fire and civil unrest.
Oh,
but not where I'm at.
Yeah.
Not 50 miles, south of there. Nope. We're not under curfew.
Right. But you know what? It's just they trying to get people to go in the house to quiet it down. But I mean, you can't stop these people to doing what they don't do anyway.
I don't agree. I think if they get out there with them tanks and the full force of the military, people will go the fuck home.
That's true.
I mean, I hear what you're saying, but I was in combat. Right. I was in war, man. I saw Iraqi citizens, and they outnumbered us, but we had tanks and choppers and guns, and we would kill them, and they bowed down. So I hear you, though, but I think I understand what you're saying. It's not, wrong, but you feel what I'm saying, though? Trump said, I will calm them down. I will get the situation under control.
See, the curfew is put in place because people was looting businesses.
Yeah.
The protests of George Floyd and looting and rioting, it don't mix.
Two different things.
You see what I'm saying? So that's why you got to pay attention to who out there inciting the riots and starting the fires and things like that. The people see somebody do it, then yeah, okay. You might think it's a regular civilian, but all the time it's a police officer or an agent. You know what I'm saying? That was sent there to do that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand what's really going on behind the scene. Why they want this to happen in the public? What's going on in the private?
Exactly.
Right.
You see what I'm
Transition.
saying?
I appreciate you bringing that up, Midwest, because that's the truth. We're, this is there's a reason why that they're broadcasting this stuff, and there's a reason why they're showing that stuff, because of what they want people to think.
Right, just like when Kobe died, they wanted people to feel beat down, They play with your emotions, right? And then they come and they play with your emotions, and then they came and hit you with the coronavirus 2 days later. Come on, man. That's bullshit, man.
Right, you're right about that.
Like Co-B and Co-V,
Right. Like, just think about it. Kobe just passed, so everybody mourning him, right? They mourning him, so everybody like emotions is everywhere. And then here you come with this virus and say it's deadly. Now you just put fear in everybody because they were just emotional for the loss of Kobe Bryant. And then you say this coronavirus, this virus here can kill you and do this and do that to you. And now you like, oh shit, now you scared.
Right.
Now they can control you. Stay in the house, put on a mask. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, after they soften everybody up with Kobe, now they go to the other emotions.
But now check this out, people. Check this out. Now that they didn't kill George Floyd and they've been out protesting and rioting, coronavirus cases haven't went up or down, and they ain't even talking about the coronavirus. Now they're only talking about the protests on TV. So they should go. So that should go abracadabra. They go to trickery. Right in your face. Right in your face. When Corona hit, you didn't hear about heart attacks, cancer, diabetes, heart disease. No, it was just Corona. People stopped dying from everything. People stopped getting sick with everything else. People stopped dying from everything else. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, real shit. Real talk.
Yeah. Real talk.
So
that's real
now,
talk,
what happened to all these viruses? Like, okay, the flu, emphysema, shit, it kills 30 to 50,000 people a year and 10 to 15,000 children a year.
Not this year.
Nobody ever talks about that. They ain't shut the country down for that.
They're not gonna talk about it.
Come on now. If you do the math, the regular flu kills more people a year than this virus done killed this year.
Right.
And that's with the messed up numbers.
Yeah, and that's with the messed up numbers.
The flu numbers were projected to be very, very high, and right now they're at record lows. Unless you realize that coronavirus is a flu.
Right. Now they done added 6 new symptoms to the fever, the coughing, and the runny nose, and now they got 6 more cramping and some other shit. Like they just adding things on. So whatever you feel, it's Corona. Like wherever you feel, it's Corona. It's COVID-19. Like I'm in there with stomach cramp. Now stomach cramps is one of the symptoms now.
Bad mood.
All this seems to me is the birthing pains. Where the country's in labor. The birth of the new nation with the global currency reset and the transition to greatness, as Trump put it, and the reforms and all this. That's the birth of the nation. Well, the old system, the corrupt system, they're going to go out in a blaze of glory. This is what they're going to call it. And when I see this shit on fire, it's just labor pains and them going out shooting. They're not going to go down easy.
Right.
That's a good way of putting it.
But they're going to go down. So.
Oh yeah, they're gonna. Like my mentor said, they had no choice. Like the powers that be, they're trying their last tactics. They're trying hard, to stop the change. But the people that woke up by the masses, like you would never believe. And I think it's too late.
Yeah. Way too late now.
From what I was seeing today in the protest when I was out there, it's too late.
Too late for what though?
Too late, huh? For the trickery.
Oh yeah. You
know how you see how they trying to use Joe Biden as a puppet to get to the African American community. It's over for that shit, man. Nobody falling for that banana in the tailpipe trick shit. Y'all got.
I wasn't sure if you meant it was too late for us to change or for the system to change.
No, it ain't never too late for us to change. It's too late for them to think that we're gonna keep falling for the banana in the tailpipe. That's what I'm talking about. We're not gonna keep falling for the banana in the tailpipe. Hell no.
Keystone.
I'm tired of papers. Yeah, because you talk to your kids talk to you talk to you. You feel a certain type of way. Like, so how you? But you let somebody you don't even know govern over you and tell you when and how to move. But that's cool. Come on, man.
Right?
No,
that can never be.
That ain't cool. It ain't never been cool to me. I knew it always had been some out there. I couldn't put my finger on it quite, but I got it on that muffin. I ain't lifting it up now.
Isn't that the easy way, Midwest? It's easy to chastise a child. It's easy to correct a child. It's hard to correct a system of grown ass man. You got to have something to stand on. And what the hell you doing?
Right.
Yeah.
So from what I'm saying, from what I seen out there today, when I was out there with the people, how they was together and how they was serious with this shit. Now, if they could be serious with this and stop killing one another and solidify, the peace and the power of the people, because it's not about black, white, green, brown, orange, yellow, purple. It's about us as a people, as a whole, as unity. UNITY, straight up, as a whole.
Midwest shut me up again. I was just saying yesterday how I don't know any real person who goes out to the protest. So Midwest shut me up. I know somebody who's really went out there.
I only went out there.
I rode by the protest last night because it was 2 miles away from me.
I went out there for 1 point. At 1 point only, to show people that you can participate in the peaceful protesting, but you don't have to participate in the looting and the rioting and all the negativity that's out there. And that was my whole mark, was to show that you can go out there and support the protest without being ignorant and following direction. We need leaders. We don't need followers. And those guys that was busting windows and breaking into stores and stuff, they're followers. Those are guys that need to be sitting right here listening to us right now as we speak. That's our youth. That's some of our youth that they need to know. You a king already. You already have this waiting for you. All you have to do is go do this and do that and go get it.
Yep.
It's there
right here. We got a street called Foothills.
We got a main. It's in the federal codes, right?
Huh?
It's in the federal codes. Federal codes and regulations.
Yes, sir.
So if it's right there telling you when you get a certain age that you got this account, the age of majority, once you reach the age of majority, this, that, and the other, and it's right there in they codes, and you trying to say that it don't exist?
Wrong. Incorrect.
Because they don't think people read. But now you got people reading their laws and their statutes and using them against them. Now they're sick. They stuck. They're like, holy shit, they're waking up. They're coming in here talking about this. Oh, we don't know what you're talking about. But then when you stand on your square, like your foundation, like Chris said, they come on up out of there and you leave with what you need. But if they tell you like no and you walk away, then they got you.
That's right.
But then you don't tell a king no.
You see, if they put everything in writing and then take away education, then they created a language that only they can understand. But we can read. And we can crack codes. We can figure stuff out. Exactly. We're not afraid to read.
Yeah, we just have to do it like we are doing. And we just need more to do and keep doing it.
Yes. And I'm glad you brought up the Universal Life Church, because everybody over here is an ordained minister, and our ministry is to help free our people from this system.
Every last one.
And that's what we do. And we got certificates to prove that we're ordained ministers. Hey, man,
some are PhD doctors too. Reverend brother pastors, deacons, doctors.
Exactly. Let me post that, because I was supposed to post that information in the live chat. That's my bad.
You know, this is you know, I guess
I just pinned it in the main chat. I just pinned it. $ Midwest 38.
Was that ULC?
No, I was pinning. Someone asked for the cash app for the donation for the payday bill so they could get started.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'll take their names tonight and I'll pay the bill first thing in the morning. It's all good. Or I'll get them the information and they can pay the bill themselves, because I want them to see that the accounts exist. And once you do your paperwork, claim what's yours, you don't have to have me paying your bills. You could do it yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, mamas.
Yeah, because that's what we figured out. That's them the codes we've been cracking. We've been figuring out that they got all these assets out here in our name that's waiting on us to just come and get them. But by us being what they say, ignorant of the law,
no excuse.
There's no excuse. So it's all on us. You can't point no finger at them and say, "Oh, y'all didn't tell me." Well, hey, you gotta start figuring things out.
True.
Yeah. Once you know the law and can stand on it and use it as a weapon, then they have no defense. Ignorance of it is not their defense either.
You would never expect
that they can't play dumb.
Exactly.
Exactly.
You're absolutely right.
Their ignorance of it is no excuse for them either. Absolutely right.
Absolutely right.
That goes both ways.
Excuse me. It's not COVID, y'all. It's
double-edged sword.
Midwest, did you see the end of that the letter I sent you where the judge said, "Very truly yours," signed his name, and then at the lower?
Right. Yeah, I seen that. I was like, whoa, he over here, he trying to apologize on the low.
Yeah. Please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. Very truly yours.
A lot of us got our paperwork already, most of it completed. So we doing our process, and we dealing with these judges and these attorneys and things like this, man. And when we come in there with our paperwork and they see it in this silver paperwork, like they can't even touch it because it's for the court equity. It's for the court of equity, not criminal, because them courts they all go in as taxation court. They're all courts of taxation, you know.
Yep. They have no jurisdiction.
Real polite.
And they're not going to admit that in open court on the record in their own venue. They're not going to admit that. They're going to tell you whatever they want to tell you.
Yeah. And then they'll say you incompetent, and then they'll have you going to see a shrink, trying to say you crazy. Shit. They did that to a couple of my clients, but we got past that, and he got what was deserving to him. Thank you. Thank you, Midwest. Yeah. Thank you. You're welcome.
That's right. You can, you can say so.
Yeah, because when I was 21, I was afraid of the. I can admit it. When I go in those courtrooms and things, I was scared. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yes, sir.
But now they can't. Now when I go in there, they can't. I'm not scared.
Nope.
I'm standing on my square, and they know and they can feel the energy because I'm looking them square in the eyes, and they can't even look me in the eyes. So they let me know I win already. You know.
I was there, Midwest, when that judge came. When she came,
She came and shook my hand. A judge ain't never shook my hand. She came to where I was sitting at and came over to me and said, "Oh, you must be my name change for this morning." Right. And shook my hand, told me her name, and she went and put her robe on, had a cup of coffee in her hand, went and put her robe on, and said, "Let's get started." Granted me my order, and I got up out of there. She said, "You know you gotta." I said, "I already know who I gotta notify." She said, "Well, you have a good rest of your day." I said, "You too as well," and I got right up out of there. Oh,
she made it clear that you were the only reason why she was coming in that day.
Yeah,
there was no one else there. There was not a soul, and they were the other two, the clerk and that other person. They were just they were sitting there waiting.
Yeah, because when I came in, she said, "You got those documents?" The clerk said, "You got those documents?" So they already knew who I was. They did their homework before I got there. Yeah. And when I got there, I gave her those documents that they needed, and they proceeded, and they gave me my title, and I hold title to my name. I am the title holder to my name right now.
Check this out, Midwest.
Go in there and sit down. But I was like, when I saw how weird that situation was, I never seen anything like that before. I was like, you know what? I'm out of here. I'm getting out of here because.
Check this out, Midwest. I used to be. I thought he was dumb. My bad.
No, go for it, Chris.
I used to be scared, just like you, fear to go into court. And then when this last time when I went in there, I wasn't scared, but I had a different feeling. I was kind of happy, right? Because you know where I am. But now. I know I have no business there. Literally, I have no business there. I regulate my own commerce. So I do that with the federal government. I don't need the intermediary of that arbitrator.
Exactly.
They're not making any offers that we're interested in.
None.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
It's good, man. These my boys, man. These my boys, man. We've been through this. We've been going through this, and we finally getting to the nitty gritty and the end of this paperwork. And it's wonderful. It feels great. And then to get good news and to have good vibes all day, and the energy is good. And we like to keep positive energy over here. So anything negative, if you got anything negative, any negative thoughts or anything, and you can't get them off your mind or something like that, come on over here and talk with us. We'll help you. We'll help you lose all that negative energy because. It's none but positive people over here. None but positive people.
That's right.
And that's how we like it.
That's right. And I don't know any one of you guys who's tolerant of negativity. I mean, you should see it. It's like I try sometimes to come with negativity and nobody's having it.
Okay, now look, check this out too, people, since I got some new people on here as well, some new people that's watching. They say you only can get 10 Social Security cards in a lifetime. But if you can get all the accounts, because each Social Security card, 9 times out of 10, on the back of your Social Security card, there's some red letters and numbers like this one right here. Some red letters and numbers just like that one on the back of your card. You see that? And they say you only can get 10 Social Security cards your whole life. You know what I'm saying? But if you can get all 10 accounts, because each card is an account. You see what I'm saying? Each card is an account. And if you can get all 10 accounts, you can walk right into the depository trust company and walk away with a black card, and you can pull 99.9999 a day. You got to leave that penny on there, but you can pull out $1 million, damn near $1 million a day. Real talk. So I'm working on my 10. You see what I'm saying? I'm working on my 10 so I can show
I see you. I see you. I see you.
That it can be done. You know, I like the I don't really like talking about what I know. I like to show what I know so the people can see that this is facts. You know what I'm saying? This is true.
Real talk.
You know,
that's real talk.
I got a lot of documents. Hold on, I got docs for y'all. I just haven't. I got class for y'all. Yeah, I'm telling you, that's crazy. Because if you don't know, it's not crazy. It's just you haven't looked in the right spot. You haven't ran across the right thing. I was looking up on YouTube for something else and ran across a video that said you can pay your bills with your Social Security number, and that's how I got deep into this.
West got 24/7 security, so he can show.
And I want you guys to look up House Res 194. I'm gonna just read some of it. It say whereas millions of African Americans, millions of Africans and their descendants were enslaved in the United States and the 13 American colonies from 1619 through 1865, whereas slavery in America resembled no other form of involuntary substitute known in history. As Africans, we captured and sold at auctions like intimate objects or animals. So we have a resolution that was in the House of Representatives, July 29, 2008, that was written out for us, technically to get back certain things of ours. But we don't read and we don't do homework. Y'all start going to the National Archives and start looking up stuff. And you can start finding these things. HR 5404 to define the dollar as a fixed weight of gold. You know what I'm saying? Or contracts payable in gold. It's a lot of information out there. And then look, UCC Article 3 definition. The title of a promissory note is the equivalent of money as per 12 USC 1813 and must be accepted by all banks and financial institutions as payoff, set off, and discharge with full settlement. Also under UCC Article 3 and Article 8 securities. Straight up. You don't got to go to work and work hard and take that fiat money that you guys go to work and work hard for and issue it out to pay bills. You can write a promissory note. It tells you right here under Article 3, UCC Article 3, that is the equivalent of money. You can Google it. You can Google it.
The government is liable for public debts.
The government is liable for debts. That's it. Not
public
you.
Debt.
Took silver and gold
Debt.
out, not you.
Yeah. Public debt, though.
Yeah.
Not private debt between private individuals, but public debt.
Yeah. Public debt.
Yep. Mortgages, school loans, credit cards, all that.
You're not liable for that.
They took silver and gold out. They had to take responsibility.
Yes, that was the trade. We're gonna take your value, your current, your wealth, but we're gonna not forever. And don't worry, we're gonna make it easy for you by paying all this for you.
Yeah.
And until we give it back.
Exactly.
Just like that. So I'm working on that 10, so I can walk into that, that trust company and walk out of there with my shit. Straight up. I got mouths to feed. Straight up. I got a legacy to leave. I got kids. I got family. I'm trying to help my family. I'm trying to wake my family up as well. You know what I'm saying? It's all good, Marvin. I don't mind helping. Nobody just join the lives. We always come in here. We talk. We elaborate on things. We pay bills every now and then. For the Christmas holiday, I pay $70,000 in bills for people.
Wow.
We took 13 people for 2 weeks straight until Christmas. We did like the 12 days of Christmas, but the 25 days of Christmas, because I took everybody into the 24th. And then after the 24th, Christmas Eve, that's when I ended that. So I paid a lot in bills.
That's where Biden got that idea, Midwest. He got it from Midwest. Oh my gosh. How about that?
Hey, I inspire a lot of people, but
man, he didn't even give credit for that.
It's all good. As long as we know where it originally came from, we good.
All right. That's right.
And I'm gonna reiterate what you said earlier, Midwest, about 31 USC 363.27, where a minor means an individual under the age of 18 years. All right, that's the common what we think. Now it says the term minor is also used to refer to an individual who has attained the age of 18, but has not yet taken control of the securities contained in his or her minor account.
That's right.
The custodian is a fiduciary for the minor as to the security held in the minor's account. We rely on the certification of the custodian that he's acting on the behalf of the minor.
How many minors do we have in this country right now?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I might have 7 minors that's in my video right now, and every one of them is over the age of 18.
Right.
Yeah, a lot more minors than we think.
See what I'm saying? Because you
by minor, they
you haven't went and claimed, Joe.
Wait.
Claim.
Wait, Midwest. Let's get them a little more clarity. Black's Law minor definition: an infant or a person who is under the age of legal competence.
Oh, under the age of legal competence. Did you hear that, people?
Competence. It's not an age. It's not a number. It's proving your competency level.
Right. That's deep.
Competent, legally competent to handle your own affairs.
Now, who says that? The Code of Federal Regulations, the rules that govern the system, the Treasury.
Yep.
Yeah.
Midwest don't say that. I don't say that. They say that. They say the accounts are real. They say you're supposed to take control of them.
What are they saying?
That's what
and
they
if you
say.
Don't, you're subject to that fiduciary, that custodian.
Yeah.
See, going into court is the wrong time to try to argue your philosophy.
All right, y'all. I got one for y'all. Y'all can look up too. 18 USC 1342. Fictitious names or addresses. Woo. What's
do
a
41
fictitious?
First?
Huh?
do 1341 first.
Okay. It says hold on, screen section.
We'll wait. It leads into 42.
But
yeah,
matter of fact, I'm gonna screen share it so I can pull it up so everybody can see it. So just give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. Let me pull it up. Now you get deep. This way I can show y'all some stuff where y'all can see it for yourself. A
few things to remember when we're listening to this is that when we succeed, we are a foreign entity. We are foreign to the government, to the corporation. So it's your goal to be foreign to the corporation.
Corporation, exactly.
Yes, not to the country, but to the corporation.
Like it's a government. It's acting.
Yes, but the corporation is foreign to the government, to the true to the republic, and to us.
Yeah, private corporation is a private corporation. A private corporation is not a government. No matter how big and strong it looks.
All right.
It's only as big and as strong as you see it.
Right.
Right.
Okay. 18 USC 1341. Fraud and swindles. That's what you're talking about, Chris?
Yes.
Whoever having devised or intended to devise any scheme or what they say, artifice to defraud or obtaining money or property by means of false or fraudulent pretense, representation, or promise, or to tell, dispose of, loan, exchange, alter, give away, dispute, supply, or furnish, or procure of unlawful use of counterfeit or spurious coin, obligation, security, or other articles, or anything represented to be or intimate or held out to be such counterfeit or wait a minute, did I read that twice? Nope, I didn't. Counterfeit or spurious article for the purpose of executing such scheme or what's that? Is that artifice or attempting
Yeah.
so to do, place in any post office or authorized depository for mail matter, any matter or thing, whatever to be sent or delivered by the postal service or deposit or causes to be deposited, any matter or thing, whatever to be sent or delivered by any private or commercial interstate carrier, or take or receives therefrom any such therefrom any such matter or thing knowingly caused to be delivered by mail or such carrier according to do the direction thereon or at the place at which it is directed to be delivered by the person to whom it is addressed. Any such matter or thing shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 20 years or both if the violation occurs relations to or involving any benefit authorized, transported, transmitted, transferred, dispersed, or paid in connections with a presently declared major disaster or emergency as those terms are defined in section 102 of the Robert T. Stanford Disaster Relief of Emergency Assistance Act.
I'll be right back. I can hear.
Or affects a financial institution, such person should be fined not more than, y'all see it, you see it. That's 7 figures. So y'all know the $1 million or imprisonment not more than 30 years or both. Okay. Do everybody understand what that means? I forgot about frauds and swindles because that's what the mail is that you receive every day in your box. It's a swindle, yes. and it's a fraud.
Yeah, if it's that's not in your proper name.
Is exactly. And now let's take you to let me see. Go to 42.
Proper name.
Now we hear fictitious names and addresses. See, that was a fraud and swindle. That's the mail that they send you, right? And then you open it and you contract with that, right? Not knowing that's a fictitious name that's in all caps. And here's right here, they own law, they own code. Right here. US 18 USC 1342, fictitious names or addresses. Whoever for the purpose of conducting, promoting, or carrying on by means of the postal service.
Oh, Midwest got booted?
No, he'll be back.
Yeah. Right on. But peep it though. If they knowingly perpetrate this fraud against the people.
Right.
So they send you a thing in the all caps name, knowing that's not you and knowing that they manipulated you to think it's you, and then they use the mail system to deliver their fraudulent documents. No, they can't do that. That's what that's saying.
It's pretty, and it's clear, crystal clear.
Oh yeah.
Hey, don't use me to perpetrate your fraud. No. And there's an armed presence, an army that they have behind them, and that's an army that we have behind us.
That's right.
That's supposed to serve us over them. I see a lot of police cars burned, but I don't see a lot. I see more police cars burned than I do sheriff's cars burned. I like that. Get rid of the policy enforcers.
Okay.
People have to govern themselves.
I'm back.
There you are.
So how far did they get before it kicked me out?
You started reading 1342.
Oh, okay. What was that saying that you know, they're not supposed to deliver you any mail to any any mail to you that's not in your proper given name. Just look it up. It'll tell you can read it. And every time you get mail in the box, 10 times out of 10, it's in all caps. And then you open it because you say, oh, that's my name. Because it's a mirror image of your proper name.
Now they've tricked you into criminal activity.
Right, because opening mail that don't belong to federal offense.
Yeah.
So with that being said, you send that shit back to return the sender.
Yeah. 18 USC 1342. 41 and 42.
Yes, sir. Swindles and fraud and fictitious name and addresses, and you put it in red. See, you gotta let them know that they're not dealing with nobody that's dead, like they got you in the system as a decedent, because you haven't came to let them know that you're the age of majority. You're not there yet. You didn't knock on the door. You gotta knock on that door. Yeah, but it's all good.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. For those who want to get bills paid, I'll take the information, their numbers and their names down tonight, and then first thing tomorrow, I'll get up, I'll call you guys, and we can pay the bill, and we can go from there, just like that. Or if you can go online tonight after the live, if you can go online and pull up what needs to be taken care of, you can take care of it tonight as well.
Okay, am I exaggerating to say this? That just for the information that was given out today, people would have to pay thousands and thousands of dollars just for what was shared tonight. I don't think that's an exaggeration at all.
No, you're right.
No,
right.
Yes, you're right. That's not an exaggeration. Yes.
Yeah, but this how I feel. This how I get my blessings, right? I feel like this. Knowledge shouldn't cost a thing. But the tools to get you where you need to go, you got to pay for those tools that you need to get you to where you need to go to fully understand this knowledge that you're getting. You know, I could sell the process for 15, 20 grand a pop if I wanted to. Or I'll just move away, but I know I'll get it from the people. I know they'll go and take their last earnings to try to get that 20 grand to pay for this process and hurt their family in the long run, because this don't happen overnight. You see what I'm saying? So by me helping them, by giving them something, you know what I'm saying, I'm giving them a leeway. You know what I'm saying? All you have to do is make a donation. Now, what do this mean to you? Now you can make a donation and show that this means the world to me, or you can make a donation and say, well, shit, I'm just trying to get this information and move around. I know the different donations when they come in. I know what people want when I talk to them. I talk to hundreds of people. Trust me. Literally hundreds of people.
Exaggeration.
Heavenly Enterprise, what's going on? Glad to see you stopping by.
Heavenly Enterprise.
So I understand when people make certain donations. So I know what to give them and how to react at the same time, and stay in a place where they'll never know that I'm not giving them what really they want. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna play them like they try to play me like a piano. We're gonna play the same tunes, though. You know. I have it. That's why it's only like in this process, it always started out with like 100 people, and then it breaks down to 50, and then it breaks down to 30, and then it ends up with like 15 to 13 people that's really serious. You know, it didn't happen about 5 or 6 times. So, like I said, I done talked to hundreds of people. She said, "Wait for me to." It's all good having the enterprise. All you got to do is make the $20 donation in the morning, and I'll pay the bill. It's all good.
You see, here's one thing. It's like if anybody is thinking about, you know, calling, I'll just say this: if you know when you're talking to Midwest, just be honest. That's all. He's a good man.
They don't gotta be honest. They just gotta be themselves. Be yourself. Because I've been doing my big cuz is Big Groove, y'all. He don't know how long I've been doing this. I've been doing this since 2017 on the low. So I got a lot of shit up here. You know, it's 2020. I've been doing this for 3 years straight, nonstop. Like, technically, for real, nonstop. And I was in the hospital sick, but I was still working. So, I don't stop. You can't stop.
I'm just playing catch up.
You're not playing catch up. You people wake up when they wake up. I can't force you to wake up. You got to understand it before you can wake up and say, "This is what I want to do." You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to catch up because it's just like a job. You know what I'm saying? You got 10 years and you got 10 years experience. I got 15 years. Shit, that's 25. Yeah, that's 25. That's so hey, you ain't got to catch up. You know, you just got to get in and do what you need to do to get your shit right. That's all. Nobody got to catch up. Y'all just got to take care of y'all paperwork. You know,
that's true. That's true.
Catching up is the waking up part. Once you wake up, you done caught up. Now do what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
Oh yeah.
It's all good having the enterprise. We can talk about your process and everything. I have some time in the morning. When I get up, I'm gonna get up early. I'm gonna go live, and then, you know, we can talk, and I can help you with and lead you in any direction that you need as far as your process. So it's all good. Don't even worry about it. I got you. I'm back. I'm feeling back. I'm back healthy now. I'm back to myself. So I can get back to it. You know what I'm saying? So we good. We on who's that? That's big. Chris is back, y'all. And then everybody know everybody. Like, we call each other on a daily basis. Like, I talk to Chris, Shipper, Shot, George, Freddie Matt, Kay Johnson, Lady E. Like, I talk to these people on a daily basis. So it's like I really know these people. Okay, I got you guys. Isn't this all good? Yes, I got these. Because I don't get notifications. It see, look, they just came through and they probably been did it. You see what I'm saying? They just came through. So yeah, I got that. What's up, strong-minded individual? What's going on, my brother? Not 2 nights in a row. I gotta go mark this on the calendar.
What's up, Shmi?
I had to get my pen strong-minded because you ain't been around in a minute. You know. See, like Willis just came through. So I got theirs, and I'll make sure we can either do it tonight or I'll take care of them first thing in the morning. It's not a big deal. It's all good.
See, I don't think anybody else can say that they talk to the people that they're helping, they talk to the people that they're, you know, on a daily basis. No, I mean, who else can say that? Out of all the people that are doing this and helping people, I don't know anybody else who can say that.
Okay, Shipper, we got something for him. All right, what is this, Shipper?
Okay, that looks like that looks like a money order. Watch out, everybody. Listen close.
It's a post office money order. It's a negotiable instrument.
Yep.
It's a negotiable. It's backed by gold.
Interesting.
Well, let me see. This one now, it's only $8. $20 or more. That's what I was told.
It has value in the public, and in the private, you can give it a different value.
Right. You see what I'm saying? So if I go get a $20 money order, right, on the public side, I could turn it to a different value on the private side because this is a negotiable instrument already. So all I have to do is put the proper wording on this negotiable instrument, and I can pay off with a $20 negotiable instrument. I can pay off whatever bill I want to pay off with the right language written on this negotiable instrument that's backed by
what language you use to negotiate the value of that instrument in the private.
If that were a punch, we'd all be unconscious.
That's more funny. Now that's just a little slick slack for you right there.
Unconscious.
But we gonna get there because we gonna get there.
That's a hey.
We gonna get there.
Hey, it's always good to get on here and listen to this knowledge.
Yes, sir. We gonna get it
now.
No, because you got nephews, you got nieces,
right?
That you gonna have to educate. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
you're gonna have to sit them down to the table, and you're gonna have to let them know this is what we're supposed to be doing. You know, y'all need to stop bull crapping, and if you really want to make a change that generational curse, and you serious about it, tell them I got something for you. This is what we need to do to change everything. This is gonna change the bloodline from here on out. Straight up, it's a wrap.
Right.
That's why I be on it like this, because I know that it's time for a change in the world, and it's time for a change in our bloodline. Straight up.
Why not?
Right.
Straight up.
Keep this out, Midwest.
What's up?
We've heard now pretty much mainstream that adrenochrome, how they get it. They terrorize the child to make that child alchemically produce a desired chemical that they can poison. For us, it's poison because it makes us fear, right? But for them, it's not poison. For them, it's food. It's sustenance. Right. It's sustenance.
Right.
So So think about that. Once you have that and you keep putting that into your bloodstream, that poison, you're constantly in a state of fear. It becomes genetic, and you'll pass it on.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what you're saying. But you can see how it's true, how the adrenochrome, that when they explain the process of doing it, of how they produce it, we secrete the chemicals into our own bloodstream, and then they drink the blood, right? But exactly. if you don't get scared and you don't put that poison in your bloodstream, your blood's gonna be healthier.
Correct.
Yeah. And that's your fuel.
Yeah. And that's technically what I'm trying to tell you. Like, you got to get away from the fear. You can't fear. Exactly. You can't fear the beast of getting out of this system. You got to bang on. You ever heard them say banging on the beast? I got a sweater. I got a hoodies that I sell. They got pictures of the hawk banging on the beast. You know what I'm saying? And up under it, it say banging on the beast. That's what we doing. We banging on the beast. We trying to break this curse. Straight up.
Well, once you break it, what are we gonna say? You'll say what I say. There is no beast.
There ain't no beast. The beast was an illusion.
I created the beast.
By
believing that shit. In my reality, I created that beast. In your reality, you created that beast because we had an obstacle, a Goliath to overcome.
No, it was a distraction. We all fell for the distraction.
Yes, sir.
Coming up as an adolescent, when we got 14, 15, 16, where we was able to start thinking real good on our own, we was too busy trying to do things that we ain't had no business doing, instead of trying to do the things and go the right way so we can understand the outcome of this situation that we in right now in this world. You know what I'm saying? Because we wasn't around people that the people that we was around wasn't even as they didn't know. They was just as lost as us. Right. So technically they was a pawn as well, thinking that they was a rook or a king or a knight or a bishop, but all the time they was a pawn too.
Right.
Wow.
Straight up.
Right.
Because you gotta be a pawn first.
Yeah, you can't. You know what? You guys are when I was going through a rough time, you guys are telling me any piece can be a queen. You know, any pawn can become a queen. You know, on the chess table, or because if you're a king, you can make any pawn a queen. That mentality. But it was like, but like speaking on that, like right now, what I'm seeing is that you no matter where you start, that doesn't determine where you can finish.
Exactly.
If you can be humble enough to learn, you can.
I'm not laughing at you, Shipper. I'm laughing at strong-minded.
Well, it's but yeah, you guys know what I went through. So, but anyway, it's but applying it that way, if it doesn't matter where we start.
Correct.
It's where we finish. And that
Correct.
might take a second, because I could be whatever I want in one arena. That doesn't mean I'm that in another arena. I might have to sit down and be humble and learn from somebody who knows more than I do.
Right.
You know, I can't tell you how long and how many times I've eaten humble pie. Like it was my breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I don't care. I'm here to learn. I'm here to grow.
Oh yeah, that's what we all here. That's what we all here for, and to help each other and be there for each other. You know, when we need each other. You know, that's what we do. We tend to help each other a lot over here. But we were talking about promissory notes, y'all, and I just wanted to show y'all a couple promissory notes that's signature guaranteed, medallion guaranteed by JP Morgan Chase Bank. See, it has a medallion there. So this one is ready to go. It's signature guaranteed by JP Morgan Chase. So this is ready to go. You know what I'm saying?
Their language, how they talk.
So this is one, and this is another one right here. They're substantial. They're very. I'm not afraid to show the amounts of them. I'll even say this one here is for $2 million right here, and it's already, you know, it's a good note. It's a good note. It's signature guaranteed. You know, it's a payment. And this one right here, because, you know, I had people that paid me, you know, for the process. Some people I took promissory notes. So shit, yes, I did. You
okay.
They're not gonna stamp a bad instrument.
Right. They're not gonna put nothing. I'm nothing bad. This is another one. This one here is for it's another one right here for 20 million. Right here, signature guaranteed. Right here.
And if you got a sword, if you got a weapon that's powerful, they're gonna help you sharpen it. They're not gonna take it from you. They'll let you stab yourself. Because I say that because a straw man cannot write a promissory note. You must separate yourself from the straw man to write a promissory note for the straw man.
Exactly.
Yeah, what would you be promising if you are the straw man?
And that's what we do over here. We separate ourselves from the straw man, which is the all caps.
Right.
It's not adding Ali to your name or Bay or, you know, none of that. You just changing your name from that all caps that they got you as a decedent in the system to your proper given name. That's all. You want to be on the land, you know.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, and
it is deep. The rabbit hole is deep, but like it took me from 2017 to get to right here to get where I'm at. But if I knew this information in 2017, I already have my estate right now.
But
because I can give this information, and I can give this information to somebody in like a month's time. The information that I got, it took me 3 years to get, because of the way I can give it to you in layman terms so you can understand it, because I'm gonna give it to you the way you can understand it, you know, because everybody is different. Everybody, when they read something, they get a different view of what they read. So you have to give people a different understanding of certain, you know, when you helping them with stuff. So that's what I do. I give it to it in layman terms to the best of my ability to help you understand exactly what I'm saying, so you'll know exactly what to do, how to do it, where to go, what to say, and how to say it. And I got living witnesses that's on the panel right now. Shipper and Chris is living witnesses, and Freddie Mac out there in the chat. He's finished with the process. You know, he completed my process. Congratulations once again, Freddie Mac. And that's why everybody's here, is to get in and get it done.
You know, that's a skill set that Midwest has. That's unique. He was able to understand how I know something, and he was able to break things down to me in a way that I could understand it. And
yeah, because
it shortened my learning curve by many
But how you know?
years.
But how you know? Does that mean? I'm just trying for clarity. Does that mean he understands how you process information?
No.
It's
no. Hold on. No, because like I told them at first, the only way I can elaborate on your situation if you lead me to a certain point. And that's where I can elaborate and be like, well, okay, well, when you lead me so far to let me know what's going on, I can just sit back and listen to you as you telling me what's going on, because you lead me to where you really want to go. You just don't know where you want to go. So because you playing with emotions. You see, I'm not playing with emotions, so I'm listening to you clear. I'm hearing it clear and I'm seeing it clear. But by you playing with emotions, you're hearing it, but you're not hearing it clear and you're not seeing it clear. So I'm gonna hear it and see it clear. So I'm gonna give it to you raw. And I just because you're my friend, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm gonna tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Whether it hurt your feelings or not.
Exactly, and that's exactly what I said. And I tell them, hey, if you want me to be honest with you, hey, sometimes this shit might hurt your feelings if you want me to be honest. So we gotta agree to disagree. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Straight up, you gotta be able to agree.
Stay out your feelings.
I'm not right. I'm not perfect. So I be sometimes I catch myself up all the time. I'm like, ooh, I just said that, and I know damn well that ain't. You know, I'll be talking in my head like, you know, that wasn't right, and I'll have to check myself. And I'll have to come back and do a video and tell the people like, hey, y'all, I had said this and I said that, and that shit wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want nobody to go get themselves in no trouble doing nothing. So I had to bring clarity to the people. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I didn't care and I was selfish, I'll be like, shit, fuck that. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But that's not how I am. You know, for real, people that's out here on the internet that's trying to do this and selling this process to people for thousands of dollars, this is what they're doing and not even helping them. They sending them packets in the mail that don't have anything to do with what they're trying to do.
Right.
Right.
But that's what they're selling. So of course they're going to tell you. That's the only thing that they're selling. So they'll tell you, yeah, it's going to solve all your problems.
I know somebody that paid $5,000 for a packet, and they got a yellow envelope full of copy paper.
Yeah, good luck with that.
No, I'm serious. Like, they'll do you like that, bro.
Easily.
They don't know you. You don't know them. They don't care about you. They only care what they can get out of you. That's why this channel is so unique, because if I can't call you family, then we can't be over here together.
That's true. That's
what
real.
I'm saying. If I can't call you family,
that's facts.
And that's just how the channel is. And everybody on here is my brother and my sister, and I respect them as my brother and my sister because we all kings and queens, and that's just how it is, straight up.
Exactly.
And that's why I say no negative energy over here. We rebuke all negative energy, straight up.
You're right.
And he does not duck people's calls because his conscience is clear. He doesn't have to dodge calls.
They know. When I got off the live, I had called everybody. Did nobody answer Big Rob when I first called? When I got off the live, I had everybody called back like, "Yeah, you called me. I missed your call. I didn't think you were gonna call that fast." I'm like, I'm trying to get out the way so I can get back on and take care of some more people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but that's how I move, man. If I'm sitting around here not doing nothing, I can go ahead and get that out the way.
He said, you know, that's facts though. You mean you doing your thing? That's, you know, like I told you earlier. If people don't step up and take this blessing, and and bless the person who blessing them, I don't know what's wrong with it because it's a blessing right in front of them. And you got other people that be on this show that's reaching out to them, letting them know, get on here. We helping you. You need to check it out. If you don't get on here, we telling you, you know what I'm saying? And other people on here telling you, well, I don't think you want nothing. I don't think you want to reach out and get it.
I got the whole process right here in the book.
Right.
Here. If somebody get a hold of this book right here, nigga, I'm in trouble. I'm serious. Like for real. This book right here, I guard this shit with my life. Straight up. This book right here, this is the process right here. This is a completed process in the book without anything being filed.
That's your Bible right there.
Exactly.
That's your Bible.
And this one can't be. This one can't be published.
No, right. I call that the Bible of truth.
Yeah, man. And everybody gonna learn about the promissory notes. They're gonna learn about the 10 accounts with the Social Security cards. But I'm gonna show everybody that you can get 12. That's my goal, and I'm sticking to it. This is what I started with when I got into this process. This is the little thingy. This is the tablet right here. I started with like this. This is it right here. I mean, this little thing right here. This will get you far. This will get you far. Oh man, this right here. A thesis. Yes, Lord.
Yeah, it's the process is not a get rich quick. It's about learning, and it's about understanding.
It's about getting it between the ears.
Yeah.
That's all. Once you understand it, it's nothing that they can say that can change what you know. And once you wake up, you will never go back. You will never go back. Even if you be like, man, your wit inside of you, with you knowing, it's not gonna let you go back. And until you watch that Truman Show, you're gonna be like, I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah.
Rob.
Yeah. I gotta watch it. I gotta watch it.
I know. You gotta watch
it.
That's that.
I haven't got a chance to watch it though. I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna watch it.
Don't even trip. It's gonna come to you. You're gonna be like, man, you're gonna be sitting around the house, you're gonna clean up, you're gonna sit back, you're gonna be like, man, I ain't got nothing to do. You're gonna pop it on. And then you're gonna be like, whoa, hold on, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? And then you're gonna start looking at every movie you watch. You're gonna be after that, you're gonna be like, hold on, wait a minute. Are you serious?
It pretty much got one message.
Yeah, because you woke now to certain things. to a point. So now when you're gonna start seeing things different than how you used to see it. And then you'll be talking just like me because, like I said, I see myself in you because I was you. It took somebody to explain it to me and show me what it is and how it operates and things like that for me to believe. So it's nothing bad that you don't know it all right away. That's a good thing because now that you do know, you can enforce it. And then now you, like I said, you got a lot of nieces and nephews like me. You can sit them down and you can get them ready. I'm telling you, ain't nothing like having a title to something that you own. I'm telling you.
Hey,
now you can start writing them tickets and shit, and start putting your how much you want and get them a fee schedule. Yeah, see, yeah. Now to play this game, that's when you sit back like, yeah, I got the ass. You see what I'm saying? All right, your ass the ticket. I'll put a lien on your ass. Keep playing with me. Say you're gonna interfere with my commerce if you want to. On mama's out
two-way street.
On your ass.
Business is not a one-way street. It's a two-way street.
Right. It's an interaction. A transaction.
All these agencies that think that they can do this and do that, shit, you can do the same shit they do. Who is them? Especially when it's a third party talking about a collection agency. Y'all, them the ones I love. Yeah, I love them babies. I always chew them motherfuckers up like bubble gum, nigga, and get it right off the credit report just like that. Oh, mama. I got letters of errors, letters of corrections. I mean, affidavits, baby. I got them all for their ass. They fuck anybody fuck with me. I got something for them.
Yeah, I'm about to send a copy of my estoppel to the credit bureau.
Yeah,
so
man.
I don't even have to dispute charges. They just know they better not put them on there.
Yeah, they better not be telling your information to none of these companies.
Exactly.
And all you got to do is call them. I got to do this as well because my guy did it, and I was on three-way listening. He called him and told him who he was. He told him he know that they was selling his information, and he told him that he was gonna hold him accountable because he holds title to his name, and he want to be compensated for them selling his information to other companies. If not, he's gonna put a lien on their ass. And they sent that man a substantial amount of money in a nice little fat check.
Right.
And they stopped using his information as well. They closed that file. Yeah, man, you just gotta let them know, man, shit's real. Once you let them know that you know the game is over, they gonna be pissed. But shit, you don't care because when you get paid and you gotta give out your money to these motherfuckers, you be pissed, right? So shit, now the shoe on the other foot, motherfucker. Straight up.
But lucky for them, it's on a righteous thing.
True.
Don't mean the right won't stump that ass. It just means it'll do it righteously and stay in honor while doing it.
Mm-hmm. Real talk. Real talk. Like the information, and then I taught myself this, and then somebody else pulled me together to make sure I had it between the ears. So I ain't the shit they taught us in school don't even mean nothing at the end of the day if you don't know how to operate in commerce, if you don't understand contract law. You know what I'm saying? Because everything you do, you sign on a fucking contract every time. Everything you sign. That's why they want your signature.
Contract.
And your social security number every time, so they can contract with you. And then they make you liable for all that shit. And then you gotta pay all the motherfucking what you say, the fiduciary. You the motherfucker that gotta that's left with the debt. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else didn't profit, but you gotta pay everything off. And you out there working and sweating hard, only working 40 hours, only get paid $8 an hour. You know what I'm saying?
and they already been paid once. They're trying to collect twice. 3-4 times.
Exactly. They'll collect as many times as you send that fiat. What happens is they get you when you make that first payment with the fiat.
Yeah.
When you make that first payment, they got you.
Yeah. Why? Because instead of using money of account, you used their money.
Yeah.
Fiat money, when you could have used money of account and created fiat money.
Right. So that's why you got to learn.
If you don't create it, then they create it.
School. They should have been teaching us this in school instead of all that bullshit.
Oh, but I needed to learn how to be a good slave, though, didn't I?
Well, in they book,
but at least to know not to ever do it again.
Yeah, they taught you exactly. They taught us what not to do. What never to do.
Basically, because like we said yesterday, if a Spanish lady give birth to a baby, that baby gonna speak Spanish no matter what. And if an African American woman give birth to a baby, he gonna speak that natural language no matter what. We don't have to teach them how to speak because they're gonna speak their natural language anyway.
That's right.
So we curse our own kids as toddlers coming up, teaching them this bullshit. Just imagine if you didn't teach your kids they shit. Imagine how your kid would be walking around talking. You probably wouldn't even understand what he's saying, and he's talking original language.
It's true. You only have to trick one generation.
Straight up, people.
You only have to trick one generation, and every generation after that is
going
to learn exactly what that last generation taught them.
Like Indians, they never used cell phones and phones and shit. They communicated through sound, over miles, through smoke signals. You see what I'm saying? That's how they communicated with each other. You know, they took that away from everybody, dumb you down real fast. We don't need these cell phones and shit to communicate. We can communicate with signals, with the energy.
I heard they used to communicate with the trees, through the trees.
Like I can call Shipper. He was like, man, I was just finna call you. I was thinking about calling you, and you. I swear to God, I was just finna pick up the phone. I said, that's how we communicate, right? And you think about me, I call you. I think about you, you call me, right? That's how it works, right?
If that happened only 10 times, then I would be like, oh, it's just coincidence.
You know, that's how we communicate because we're vibrating at a higher level, at a higher frequency. So we communicate with each other like that. Once people get on a certain frequency, everything changes. You change. Because now you vibrating different than you was before. Just like when I went to that protest and you called and I answered the phone, you see how I was charged?
Oh man, yeah. That gave you
I'm charged. I'm on the highway. I'm at 130. Don't even know I'm at 130. I done made it home in 9 minutes from the north side. Like, hold on. It's gonna take us about 23 minutes to get home all the time. I done made it here in 9 minutes. But it was the energy. It was like I wasn't even, it was like I was driving in slow motion. You know what I'm saying? Like Biker Boy. Y'all remember Biker Boy? Like he could see the tape, like he tunnel vision. Like he could see the end before he get there. All he got to do is just get to the end, and he won. It was just like something similar to that. You know? Y'all seen Biker Boy with Lawrence Fishburne. I know y'all seen that bullshit.
I haven't seen it.
Hey, hold up, Midwest. Strong-minded. I was brushing my teeth, nigga.
Right, he was like, oh, you just now seen that, huh? That's why I was laughing.
Talking all that shit, you need to go brush your teeth.
Hey, look. That's why when Shipper was talking, I laughed. I said, Shipper, I wasn't laughing at you. I was laughing at Strong-minded.
Relentless.
He said Chris gonna take a good one. He had to go brush them pearlies, god dog it. Wait, hold on 1 second.
And then my sound goes.
Hey, Chris. Hey, Shipper.
Big Groove.
Hey, Shipper, let me ask you a question.
Escalate.
Doing when you once you get the owner of your title, just say you married. Let's say you married and you get the owner of your title of your name and you own yourself. How do that interfere with your marriage?
Okay, this is the best way that I learned it. So take it take it with a grain of salt, but because that it affected me a lot. So this was important to me. Is that all cap name is who married your wife's all cap name. That is the entity that got married. So in other words, your real self is not married. Your corporation is married. And it's not a marriage between a husband and a wife. It's a marriage between a man, or between a husband, a wife, and the city or the county.
It's
a threesome, okay? It's a threesome. It's not a twosome. And that's why in a divorce, the wife, the government sides with the wife, and it's a 2/3 majority. The man's gonna lose every single time. So now when you okay, go ahead.
Go ahead, Shipper.
Because what I'm trying to see is, so that do cut into your marriage if you already married by you owning yourself.
Well, I wouldn't say that it cuts into it, but it makes a distinction. Because you are not that man. You are not married. Your corporation is married.
Yeah, and marriage certificate is nothing but a bond that bonds you together, those two entities together with the state.
That's and a contract.
It's a contract. That's it. A bonded contract.
So
it's giving the most power to the state.
When all you had to do was write a contract between you and your girl, your wife, your fiance, whatever you want to call her, and go put it down there on the county record, and there y'all go. I don't have to have all that. And yes, I'm an ordained minister. I'm ordained to marry people. I can hold and perform weddings. You know what I'm saying? Common law weddings only, though.
Right. And then you of course you do a contract that stipulates what will happen in the event, all that other stuff to protect each other.
Yeah. I got all my stuff in my black bag and my little credentials and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's facts. I had to ask that question because I was wondering how that worked, and it's a it's a lot because you wonder what would it cut in, how would it take a toll over your body, over your life period. So that's what
really it should void out all those old contracts, and you should establish totally new contracts. So you and your wife should get remarried and establish a new contract, because that old contract, you don't want to still abide by that. You want to get rid of that marriage certificate and the marriage license. You want to give that back to them, because that gives them power over your relationship.
Right.
That's why they're the government division, not your creator.
They come inside with the woman, kick you out the house, like that's their agenda, to get the man out the house anyway. Kick you out the house, and then make you pay for everything.
Right.
Or they giving her assistance. That's why it's easier for the woman to get assistance than the man.
Oh yeah, that's true. I do know a little bit about that part.
Yep. And then they're getting, and whatever assistance, they know how to get money from that insurance policy and that bond. They're not paying for anything.
Well, the state will use the woman to take as much property from you as they can.
Yep.
Because if it's in the woman's name, according to the state and the law that still stands, the woman can't own property in the corporation.
Mm-hmm. That's what's up.
That's ridiculous.
When we done with you, they gonna think you went to Harvard. I swear to God.
That's right. Twice.
Because your the way you speak to people gonna change because now you're looking at stuff different. You're reading the forked tongue. You know the difference, the legalese. You know it when you see it. Like I'm telling you, like everything, your demeanor, everything gonna change. You're gonna want to change. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. No bullshit. Like, man, I don't know. It's like once I got into this and I realized that it was what it was, I haven't looked back since. I haven't worked for nobody since 2017. No bullshit. And my mortgage is $250 a month. Straight up.
Hey, man, Wes, here's some wording in my contract. It says notice of intent of perpetual election of withdrawal of consent. So that means later on, if they try to say, "Oh, you consented to this contract. You consented to this contract by your actions." No, because I have a perpetual election of withdrawal of consent. Like you can never say that I did that.
But if you don't know what those words mean, and you just get that letter in the mail and you read that, and you be like, "Oh man, these motherfuckers on some bullshit," because you didn't take time to look up those words to understand what they mean.
What they mean?
Oh yeah, that's why I put them in the contract because I put them in there because I'm
just talking about the average Joe. I'm just saying the average Joe. They get the letter when they reading, they not knowing they reading legalese. You know what I'm saying? They saying I'm reading a letter.
Right. Thinking that they're
using they not looking at it how we look at it now, since we understand how they write. Y'all say code, I say in spells. You know what I'm saying? Because it's to put a spell on you, basically. It's to trip you up. It's to have you sign a contract willingly, unwillingly.
Yep.
I call it the forked tongue. That's you say two things, but your tongue is split because you're saying two things with one mouth.
And use a snake.
Saying two things with one.
And only snakes have forked tongues. Reptilians.
Things.
Snakes.
Two things with one language.
Yes.
Diglossia. Yes. Bicameral. Yes.
Yes. So
and you never imagine, but it's true. We see it. We see it because we know that they're doing something, but we don't understand how they're doing. How did they take your property? How did they take your kids? How did they make you do this? And how did they make you do that? You don't
think
even
about
know.
it. Mortgage.
I would say, how did we give that up? How did we give that up? How did we give that up? That's what I would say.
Yeah.
And just think about it. Just think about it. Mortgage. The shit is dead already.
It's dead, right?
It's dead.
On its face.
I got one too, Midwest. I'm gonna send you a summons.
It's dead.
Say that.
If it's dead, I can summon it, right?
My contract. But my contract with my house is contract with another living man. It's not through a bank or a corporation. So mine is through. So I'm not contracted with a bank. So I don't pay a bank a mortgage every month. I pay a living man.
So if the Jubilee goes through, your mortgage won't be forgiven because that's a private debt.
Exactly.
Private mortgage.
Private.
Yeah, that'll be all right though.
Yeah, I mean it's a private contract.
Yeah. So that's why so that's why I was telling. I didn't want them to say like, well, you said it was dead, but you pay a mortgage. Yeah, private.
Yeah. In fact, it's you wouldn't even you guys are probably not even calling it a mortgage.
A mortgage, right?
Right.
You're probably just calling it a contract, a covenant.
Yeah, that's it. Just a contract. You know. You got that little debt. Yep, I got that little debt. I got you.
Yeah, there are contracts that you can get into that are okay.
A contract between two men.
Right. There's no hidden agenda.
There's no third party. There's
full disclosure.
Full disclosure. Exactly. Yeah. No 20 pages.
Only thing where I fucked up at in this whole deal, where I fucked up at in the deal is at closing. I didn't get the check that I was supposed to receive.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say a balloon payment at the end. I'm glad you didn't say that.
No, I was supposed to take a week before closing. I was supposed to get all the information, take it to my attorney, let him go over it, and make sure that I put my and put my do's and don'ts because it's a contract. I don't have to agree to your contract.
A negotiation.
It's a negotiation, right? So I should have got that contract, took it with my attorney, and put what I wanted in there and stipulated what I wanted and how it should go at the end. But I didn't. But I live and I learn. You see what I'm saying? They won't get me.
Yeah.
Here's something. Here's something that's really important to me is the fact that I can talk to you guys about this stuff. I can ask questions. I can ask about this and that, because this knowledge in and of itself, it can be complicated, okay, and it can be challenging. But if you have a community of people, one person who specializes in this, another person who specializes in that, another, you know what I mean? Then there's a level of safety. You can say, hey, you know what? I know you're thinking about doing this, but you might want to think about that. Oh, okay. All right. Thank you for that. You know, this is the community, I think, is just as important as the information. You don't want to be doing this by yourself, and you're not part of a community of people who actually care about you.
Yeah, we make house calls.
Or nation.
We call and we check on each other around here. So yeah, we do that. I do agree. That's why I say if we can't call you family, then this really ain't the place for you. No disrespect, because you know, hey, everybody's different. You know, some people don't like when people, you know, get them the real. Some people don't like to let me see, how can I put this? Some people always want to lead and don't want to follow. You know, it's too many chiefs, but not enough Indians. You get it? Everybody know this, everybody know that, but at the end of the day, don't nobody know shit. You know?
Right. And it's like,
and then nobody want to listen, or thinking that you trying to have more authority over them or trying to tell them what to do. Or to me, that's just selfish.
Yeah, and
because we all in it together, and no one person did anything by themselves.
Yeah. Right. You know, this has been a round table, but I'm not afraid to admit that I've learned from men who are younger than me. I've learned from men who I've had to sit and be quiet, because I didn't have that knowledge. I didn't have that experience. I couldn't say anything. So how am I going to sit here and pretend like I already knew all this stuff when I didn't? That's
right. That would be unwise, but you were wise.
You're
growing in wisdom like we are.
Yeah, that's what we do every day. That's why I like to be around like-minded people, because we're going to keep it going, and we're going to ask different questions and more important questions and more relevant questions. You know, we'll stop asking the no nonsense questions. We'll start asking the relevant questions. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll start digging deeper and utilizing your brain more and start using it more and unlocking some of the parts of the brain that you haven't even used before. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. That's what we've been doing. Decalcifying our pineal gland. You know, we trying to get that third eye soft. We want to see the real. You know what
also
I'm saying?
Being aware of how we were distracted.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Seeing where we got caught up before.
I'm more focused on I could be more focused on this crisis, right? And not focused on what I need to do and miss an opportunity.
Right.
And that's what my people need to see. In this situation, in this crisis, this is the time where people need to be in a book studying and getting the values and the principles of this whole situation. You see what I'm saying? Not out there robbing store. Anybody could break a glass and run in somewhere and take something and run and hide. But who gonna stand on the front line when it's time to stand on the front line for the people?
Yeah.
I will. My record reflects that.
No, I'm not.
Chris is being literal right now. Okay?
I don't go to war
Mad
with
respect.
the people that's on this panel with blindfolds on.
Right.
You see, I'm talking about and some of the people that's in the chat that's listening. I'll go to war with them with blindfolds on because I know at the end of the day,
just cause.
And then I know where I stand, and I'm not gonna put myself in harm's way. So if I go to war with you, you got the best believe. You're gonna be standing on the front line with me.
Yeah. Right. Ever since I sat at this table with y'all.
And you're gonna take this serious and you're gonna get it between the ears, and you're gonna be able to stand on the front line by yourself without me. You see?
That's true.
And the front line is going into these courtrooms, shaking them butterflies off, looking these people in the eyes and let them know that you're here to work for me. And I need you to grant this order because I'm ordering you to grant it. And that's what you're here for. You're here to stamp this paper the way I need it stamped so I can utilize it the way I need to utilize it. Now do your job. You tell your kid no. Don't tell me no.
That's straight knowledge. That's straight knowledge.
Get out, Ms. West. You got people afraid to check the mail, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they spray it down with
they're afraid of what that paper says.
Yeah.
When they should be making the paperwork for them, they're scared of the paper.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you, brothers, ever since I've been sitting at this table with y'all, brothers, from day one when Midwest asked me to join the show, to come on live with him, you know, not knowing that what I was going to find out or what I was going to learn, because I didn't know nobody but Midwest when I got on this live. And, you know, I started off some days quiet because I had to get a feel of each person, what they was, you know, what they was standing for and what was on their mind. That's how I asked a lot of you brothers why you took the step you did. You know, by me sitting here listening and learning, what I learned from, and I only been on here for like maybe a week or two, maybe almost 3, you know, and me by those 3 weeks, what I learned by listening and y'all talking about the knowledge that y'all been putting out here and what y'all been doing, you know, gradually that I'm moving up towards walking that way, because now I'm knowing that why y'all taking these steps, why y'all doing what y'all doing, and why y'all taking a stand. But see, that's what I've been saying for the longest. Why we ain't taking a stand now? Now I know what part of stand we need to take by doing what y'all doing now. And that is the first process of taking that step.
Yeah. Yeah.
Big Rob, I would tell you, you know why I don't go out and protest in these streets? I live a walking protest.
I believe that. I believe that, Chris.
To the system.
I believe that.
I absolutely live a walking protest to the system.
Yes.
It's a lifestyle of standing up.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Heavenly Enterprise, it really is.
Well, yeah.
She said this is a solution for all the madness. Yep, the Midwest show. You can come here and don't have to think about riding and protesting, and we might talk on it, but you don't have to see it. You know what I'm saying? And then we get back to paperwork and talk about other different things. So yeah, you're right.
But you do have to think. You just have to think clearly.
But you know what?
That's true.
It's easy. It's easier to think clearly, and you know, even though it's a challenge, than to make sense out of the madness, because the madness is never gonna make sense. It's exhausting to try to make sense out of how they teach, how they talk, how they write, how they think. And we pretend like it makes sense because everybody acts like it makes sense, but it doesn't. It's exhausting.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. And if anybody want to come and join the panel, I'm gonna put a link in the chat. You can click on that link and it'll bring you to the back studio, to the back office, and then I'll bring you up onto the into the panel. If you want to say anything, you got anything you want to say, or you know, any questions you want to ask, you're more than welcome to join, you know, the panel.
Check this out, everybody. Shipper, how can you be a law enforcement officer and not know the law? What the fuck are you enforcing? Go up to any law enforcement officer and say, what laws do you enforce?
Oh, the Illinois specifically statutes.
They can't tell you.
Statutes.
How can you enforce what you don't know? How can you enforce what's constantly changing every day?
Yeah, it's not a law.
Right
Laws
back there.
don't pay.
Because that's not their job to know the law. They're not out there to educate people that they pull over. So if they don't know if they don't know it, you know what I'm saying? What you don't know won't hurt you, right? So if they don't teach them the law and they teach them how to operate in commerce, it's kind of different, right?
You know, this was
so now they teaching them contract. They only teach them contract law. They sign this ticket, you run their name, they sign this ticket, you hand them this copy, and you keep this part. That's it. You know, they some of them know their statutes, the sergeants and the lieutenants. Yeah, some of them take that extra step to read some of what they need to know, but a lot of them they don't know shit because they ain't nothing but tyrants. Straight up.
You have to be a savant or a genius to know them all, to retain them all.
But even if you did, the statutes and they're called revised statutes.
Yes, exactly.
They're always revising them. The statutes are not real laws. I don't care if you know every last one of them.
Right.
They're changing. They're not laws.
Yes, exactly.
This was my literal mentality. Okay, I'm driving a patrol vehicle. All right, and I'm thinking to myself, whoever argues with me, they're not letting me talk to them. So I'm going to let a judge talk to them. So I write them a ticket and I say, well, I'll let you discuss it with the judge.
Right.
I'm not going to discuss it with you. I do community policing.
Right.
Okay. So if somebody's speeding and they tell me, yeah, I was speeding, blah, 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 you know, then I don't really have anything to say except for slow down. That's it. That's all I have to say. But if somebody wants to tell me what a dick I am and wants you to pull somebody else over, well, then I got to say, hey, listen, okay, well, then you discuss your case with the judge because I can't teach you anything. That's it. There was nothing else. And I hated that. I was looking for serious situations. I wasn't looking for marijuana. Okay. My sergeant said to me, he said, Loazo, you're the only officer I've ever seen break down a door with a smile on his face. That's what I like. I like to bust down doors. I like to drive fast, and I like to shoot guns. Okay, that's what I like.
Right.
Okay, and they like that. I like that.
Right.
I didn't. There wasn't nothing about common law in anything I did. Nothing.
Damn.
Not a thing.
All right.
I didn't even know what the sheriffs were doing. I'm like, these sheriffs, they don't do anything. They just sit there driving an uncorporated. It's like, get out of my city. This is my city. No.
All along, it's theirs.
All along, it's theirs. I'm being the mall cop, harassing people, collecting taxes, being a mercenary if that's what they need sometimes.
I mean, that's why I say all courts is taxation. They're tax courts. That's why all the drug dealers go to jail because they didn't call IRS and just tell them. They ain't going to lock you up. You can tell them. They got people down there waiting on people to call and tell them that they call them to pay their taxes. You know, they sell drugs and they call, you know, to pay their taxes. Walgreens, they pay their taxes. That's why they can sell drugs, pharmaceuticals, you know, because they pay their taxes. All you have to do is pay, all you have to do is pay your taxes on your product. That's it. I promise you, they'll give you a code, and then once the police fuck with you, you give them that information, and they'll leave you alone.
Wow.
That's heavy.
Yeah,
you know what? And
I had to learn that. You know, I didn't know that. I had to learn that.
And there's some police officers who are in the know. I was not, and I knew that I was not in the know club.
Just pay your taxes on your shit. If you're selling drugs, cocaine, heroin, whatever, pay your taxes. You only going to jail because you ain't paid your taxes. That's it. They know you ain't paid the taxes when they run your name. You see what I'm saying? Come on, man. It's all in the system. All one system. Their system is all connected.
Yeah, that's true.
Straight up. Pay your taxes on your shit. You good. That's just a little something from Midwest.
Tax collectors.
That's all. That's you in the tax court. Every time you go to that court, it's a tax court. When they say you broke a crime, they taxation without representation. I'm telling you, it's tax.
It's not a real crime. It's a violation of commerce.
That's it.
And then in the Yeshua, the issues that he had was with the tax.
It's illegal business.
And the scribes. The scribes, the Pharisees, the tax collectors.
Yeah. And that's why they wanted to get rid of him.
That's right. Because he was messing with their money.
Yeah. See, they tell you all these little stories in church. That's why I don't knock people that go to church. I got a cousin that's a pastor. I always tell y'all that. I always say that. But I don't indulge in 503c churches, period. Anything got to do with the Vatican, I don't indulge.
Yeah, and I'll say that too, because that was when I was a naval officer as well, and I was a chaplain. I was in the chaplain corps, and my orders were to go to seminary, get my master's in divinity, and activate as a full-time chaplain. I would do OJT as a chaplain, so I looked like a chaplain, but my rank was low. And so once I found out the money trail, that it all goes to the Vatican, I was done.
Yeah, when you get a job,
my heart was broken.
When you get a job and you fill out those forms, you filling out those tax forms and things. One of those forms is you giving a gift to the Vatican, not even knowing. Right. That's a little, And another thing, they sell souls. Those pastors, they sell souls. So yes, to the Secretary of State, yes, they do. To get incentives, to get those dollar houses, those hood houses. That's why they get so many members in their congregations and they get all the information. Yes, and they use that information to, they sell that information to the Secretary of State. They use it. They get incentives off those people. That's why they have food pantries and all the churches. Yes, I'm going to tell y'all. He said, so each county, his own corporation with various taxable subsidiary within. Did I read that right? Chris, read that last one. Hold on, he'll be right back. Basically, yeah. Everything is a tax. Every time you walk out your house, you operate in commerce. Every time. That's why you got license plates. The speed limit is for people that's operating in commerce.
So
go ahead, Chris.
Its own
That sounds about right, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, the county is the land. The county is not a corporation.
Yeah, the county, yeah.
The county is
the county is a corporation.
The county is unincorporated though.
Owned by a flesh and blood man.
Like the unincorporated.
Well, which one? There are unincorporated counties, and then but the vast majority of them are corporated.
True.
You have multiple cities.
It depends on if there's wealth in the county. If there's wealth in the county, then it's unincorporated. If there's not wealth in the county, then no, they're going to get their funds from the state, so they're going to be incorporated.
Okay,
Right.
Okay, I'll give you an example. Maricopa County in Arizona has, Scottsdale, Phoenix, all these different cities, all these different incorporated cities within the county, but there are some unincorporated areas in the county. So it's still Maricopa County, but those unincorporated areas are going to be patrolled by sheriffs. And
that's what it is. Yeah, because those people in those counties have money, so they in their community. So they separated from the incorporated county, and they pay their own. They pay for their own streets. They pay for their own policing. They pay for their own things. That's what unincorporated is. The same thing happened in Georgia in Sandy Springs. So Sandy Springs was just a county, and then there's so much money that they became the unincorporated county of Sandy Springs, and then they got their own police force, their own sheriffs. You know what I mean? And you know they pay for their own. They did their whole neighborhood up beautifully. That area is nice.
So they're not going to necessarily be maritime corporation, but they're going to be land.
Put it this way: show me an unincorporated ghetto.
Right.
You can't.
No such thing.
No, because there's no wealth there.
So that's
the wealth is siphoned from there.
Right. Yeah, like vampires.
Yeah.
Draining leeches. The lifeblood out of everything
out of
the tied down. Okay, so there is commerce on the land, but commerce on the land is not governed by the UCC. Commerce on the land is governed by common law.
Yes.
Listen to my boys. Listen to my boys. I'm telling you. Oh, wow.
And
I love it.
You know, it's a good feeling to hear Midwest to say that. It was a good thing to hear, like that conversation earlier, because, you know, Chris got you know, mad kudos, and in that conversation, and it's you know, it's good to learn from you guys. It really is really good to learn from you guys. I appreciate it.
It's all good, baby. That's what we here for. Knowledge is free.
Mm-hmm.
I always tell everybody that you just got to pay for the tools.
Right, and the time. I feel like the time is like I don't really like to ask for your time, Midwest, unless I'm paying for it. You know, with like in a session, in a consultation.
Right.
Because you don't owe me anything, man. If anything, I owe you. And you've never said that to me. You never said, "Oh man, you owe me." But clearly, I owe you. Clearly. I've never been so happy in my life.
Hey, I know you'll do it, Midwest. You'll probably do it too, Shipper. But everybody should do this. You remember that song, Snap, I Got the Power? It's on YouTube. Feel free, take a listen to that again. Revisit that song and listen to it.
Is that by that CC
Snap?
Snap.
Yeah. Yeah, Snap.
Okay.
So listen to that shit again. The power from the vocals from the woman, the lyrics, and feel it. It's relevant.
Oh, yeah.
Right. He said, "Oh, I see
now.
The wealthiest county can run themselves as its own entity. They support themselves."
Yes. Yeah, because they want a better quality of life. They don't want that mediocre quality of life that the government's subject to give them.
Maritime.
Streets with potholes in them and have police running all through here. And they'll bring buses, mass transit through here. In Atlanta, they called it the MARTA system, moving Africans rapidly through Atlanta. They didn't want that shit in white neighborhood and wealthier neighborhoods, even though they weren't all white. They used to be all white. But, yeah, but that's what they're like. We don't want that shit here. They didn't want the public transit system here because they didn't want to deal with the problems that come with the public.
Doesn't maritime even mean underwater?
Of the water. It might be underwater. I wouldn't doubt it.
I mean, let's think about Atlantis. Atlantis, underwater, drowned by water. I mean, there's a beautiful parallel right there.
Atlantis and maritime.
Yeah, all of a sudden the land got sunk, but got drowned by water, overstepping its It's natural boundaries.
Oh, I think from my perspective, I think I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, like the flood of Noah, the water exceeded its natural boundaries and started to come on the land like it wasn't supposed to.
Well, Atlantis is where they built that machine, right? And that machine was supposed to put the barrier up.
Oh, wow.
And that was supposed to stop us from doing what we're supposed to do. The natural or the child of God, it was supposed to stop him from doing what he was doing. So it would block you, and that's why you couldn't leave. You just come right back here. And then when that goes underwater, you be under maritime law.
He said, "Snap! I got the power."
Yeah.
So I was just showing him the song.
Yeah, you can't play it. Oh yeah, you can't play it though. I'll get a. I'll get a
copyright.
Yeah, I'll get a copyright.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. You know, if it's the song that I'm thinking of, and I think it is, that's a powerful song though. I love that song.
And then listen to the lyric. Pee Wee used to play that song all the time. My cousin Pee Wee used to play that song all the
time. Who made that song?
Snap.
Snap.
That's his name?
Yeah, the group is Snap, and the song is I Got the Power.
Right. Well, now I was trying to think the guy name who on there with her.
Oh, the group was Snap. I don't remember each one of their individuals' names.
Oh.
But I mean, I got the video. I can look at it.
Yeah, but a lot of those, even KRS-One, go back to his album.
Oh man,
yeah, KRS-One. I like KRS-One.
Yeah, he was trying. He been trying to wake people up a long time ago.
No, he been waking people up a long time. Man.
Well, yeah, because a lot of those East Coast already, those rappers, they already got their estates. That's why you don't even hear from them.
Well, those are the old school rappers. These new school rappers, they're on some stupid shit. They just sell their souls.
I ain't talking about the new school mumbo jumbo rappers. I'm talking about I'm
talking about Snoop too.
Yeah, Snoop is
I'm talking about Jay-Z too. These fools they all took the money and went the contract route. They didn't get free. They weren't even worried about that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But and even back then, like KRS-One, because he was on something else. So yeah.
What about Eric B? Eric B, man, I was like mesmerized by his lyrics.
Yeah.
You know, I would say anybody that the industry didn't really give to us, I hold with some kind of regard, right? But anybody the industry promotes and gives to me, I don't fuck with them like that. That's what I'm learning. I can't fuck with them like that.
I don't blame
they gave you Snoop, right? You feel like you can relate to him and all this, but then you find out that
he just like you really can't relate to him. Some people
I cannot. I can on a certain level, yeah. But at this present time, where I'm at and what I know about him and my course, I can't relate to him no more. I know it was just a facade.
Well, hey, he wanted to, he sold his soul. So what else?
That's what it was. Exactly. So yeah. So everything you say after that, I know it's just entertainment. You don't mean none of it. It's not coming from your heart.
Yeah, he was young and dumb. They sent that money, and he can get out that murder. So shit, he did what he had to. He did what he felt he had to do at that time.
Yeah, but that only lasts so long. Cause me and him went to jail at the same time.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? So I remember he's had all this time, and he ain't fixed up.
No, because he's in too deep.
I don't believe there's any such thing. You can always come back as long as you're here.
No, man. They had these kids with these other. Man, they had these kids with these other females, man. When they be on the road, man, them be their blood sacrifices, man. You know what I'm saying? They already married and got a family, so they gonna knock these girls up, man. Give them a little child support, and when that time come, that baby, man, just think about all the rappers and stuff, kids that then came up. You know what I'm saying? Supposedly murdered and dead and things like that to that nature, man. Those are sacrifices.
I appreciate that, Midwest. I stand corrected because I believe that to be true right there. If you make a blood sacrifice to something like that, some entity of any other kind. I believe that probably is in too deep. Yeah, I could drink that Kool-Aid.
Yeah, you probably don't see anything
I
the same
appreciate you
after that.
agreeing with me, my brother.
Yeah,
He said,
that makes sense.
I got something from the comments. He said, so when they created currency or promissory notes, he said, so when they created currency or promissory notes to control the bartering system.
Is that a question?
Yeah, that's a question.
Well, I
They
think
said,
it's
when
like
did they do it?
He said, so when did they create currency? I guess that's a question.
Currency, like 1933.
1871, and then again in 1933.
Yeah.
I guess he was
and then again in
questions.
1951.
And then I think again in 1974.
Yeah, 1974, 71, 74, something like that was the last one, I think.
Yeah.
Right.
But you know what though?
He said, was it to control the bartering system?
No, it was to control every goddamn thing.
Yeah. Because it's like this. You see, like you see the same example with the Hebrews in Egypt, is that when Pharaoh became fearful of the numbers of the Hebrews, he said, you're gonna make bricks now. That the bricks became their currency. They're not doing anything until they met their quota of bricks for that day. Otherwise the taskmasters were gonna deal with them. So that becomes your currency now, because you got to make X number of bricks a day. So what if Dad is sick and I got to go take care of him? I have to borrow bricks from Joe, from Peter, from Ralph. Because we know Peter makes bricks like a madman. So I'll just I'll give him my wife's apple pie so I can get some extra bricks to meet the quota and then go help my dad.
Don't give him the apple pie.
Or something.
But that only goes so far if you're trying to it depends on how deep you go on a rabbit hole or what you believe, right?
Yeah,
but I think we all know that people, children and people get sacrificed, right?
Yeah.
We know that to be true. We've seen plenty of examples of it. So now are you really controlling the currency? You want the power and the control to do all these wild things you want to do freely. So it's not about
right.
So the brick makes it harder. If I got my slaves making bricks all the time, that makes it harder. But if I got my slaves out there making babies they don't give a damn about, and sex is running rampant and all these crazy things going on, and all I'm doing is printing money, that's a much more efficient, nefarious system. Yeah. Now I can have my slaves doing something else.
Well, right. And it's a voluntary, right now it's a hybrid. It's a involuntary servitude accepted voluntarily. So
but the brick was not convenient, so then they moved to the paper. Now what's more convenient than the paper? Digital, right?
Yeah, that's even more convenient. And it feels less invasive, but
it's the exact opposite.
It's still involuntary servitude. Even though you think you accepted it voluntarily, there wasn't full disclosure. You don't know what's going on.
Right. But that particular currency being digital, I would still say it's
it's more invasive.
It's just transparent. It's transparent.
Yeah.
So you can see everything you do.
Right, exactly. It's everything more invasive, but you just don't feel it.
But it's transparent. But it's transparent. You do see it. Everybody sees it.
Right. But yeah, it's like you know how they say if you use cash, with it, then if you use cash, then you're careful spending your money. But if you use credit or debit, then you don't really feel it as much. You spend
but even
more
that statement is neglecting a whole lot of people, because I would say if you use cash, it's because you don't want them knowing what the hell you're doing.
Right, but the reason why I'm saying that is because of it's a mentality that they've noted already, that when you have a hard currency, because they went from coin, silver and gold, and then they made paper, and then they stopped back in the paper with silver and gold, and then now they went from paper to card, and now they even want to go from card to RFID. So it's like they want it's like they're trying to make it more invasive, but less tangible. So it's more like
it was what the public would, how the public would allow them to do it.
Exactly.
Because it was digital from the beginning. It was digits from the beginning.
Digits meaning
it's just numbers. There's no money.
Okay. All right. I guess I'll say virtual is what I'm saying.
No, but what I'm saying is that there's no such thing as money, right? So it's just exchange. But then they put the money in so they can manipulate it. But it should be just exchange.
Exchange of value.
Barter. That's how the system ran here before they came and corrupted it. And it ran that way for a long time.
Yeah, barter.
But they're not going to tell you that because they won the war, so they wrote the history.
Yeah, so that's what everybody believes because they read it. And read the bullshit and still fell for it.
You got to read some pretty, I've read some pretty obscure books. Like, wow, how did this book come into my life?
Yeah.
Books that there's only like a few copies of, you know what I mean? Like, wow.
Yep, a lot of
and
y'all.
Then I've been to a lot of places and read writings on walls and on various continents. So that, like, when you go and read, when you stand in front of hieroglyphs, and then you stand in front of cave writings in Peru, right? And then you're in Alaska and you're on a wall with some writings, and each one gives you a different energy. You can feel it. When you actually do that, then you know there's something more to it.
Wow. That's an experience that I don't know if too many people will have.
Yeah.
I say that's a shame. I say that's gonna change. I say that is changing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you're a world traveler, Chris. not just you didn't just go to one other country.
No, I got it's crazy. I've been all over the place.
What up, Shot?
Chakra.
What up? Nah, we live.
Should be know I play basketball in Mexico, right?
Did you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, like professional basketball?
Oh, it's semi-pro down there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
See? My goodness. That's pretty cool, Chris.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
I'll tell you what, you got some really unique stories, man. I'll tell you what, especially a lot of them, but the story that you tell about Snoop, the first time meeting him, man, that just was like, wow.
Okay, well, check this one out. So the coach of the team that I was on was a cab driver.
Uh-huh.
It was not he was an illegal alien. I met him here in San Diego, right? He's an illegal alien, but he was a cab driver over there. So he would take his cab, and we would get in his cab, and he would drive us to the arena where the Tecate girls would be there, and they have this Mexican team that uniforms, coaches, there's like thousands of people in there. We're like, whoa! And then there's us and our, we went down to the Big Five Sporting Goods and had jerseys made, right? Like the regular men's league type shit. And we went in there and just dominated the whole league. Won the championship. So we ended up being sponsored by Tecate. It was crazy. And our cab driver became Pablo. He got status in his country. He gained in status because he
whoa.
He was the
You're talking
middleman.
about Tecate beer?
Yes, he found us at a gym where we were just playing. He's like, "Hey, you guys play?"
All right, Enterprise.
Wow! Okay. Oh my goodness, that is a crazy story.
So yeah, now I'm going through Mexico, playing basketball all over the place.
Yeah, we.
Hey, do you ever keep in touch with that guy?
We in. They got a curfew.
Yeah,
Them
absolutely.
was out. So
these are people that are in my life.
We know what time.
Oh
man, watch the show.
Yeah, I got a lot of connections in Mexico.
Sheesh.
A lot of places I'm welcome.
Right. Man. That's what he said.
Yeah, it's like not everybody can go to Mexico now.
Yeah, don't drink the water and don't eat the damn street taco.
Oh my goodness.
Your stomach has to be ready for that. You don't know what you're eating.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Well, we heard it from somebody who knows.
Yeah.
You've been warned.
Yeah, no, he ain't say nothing else. Chris was on in my back office, and I was on the phone with him and Shipper, and Chris was talking to Unc through the computer and shit. So Chris got to talk to Unc. He was telling him about his paperwork and shit.
Yeah, that was a good convo, man.
Yeah. He told Chris he gotta see what he got filed and shit before he could tell him anything.
What's the chat doing?
Now you see, here's one thing that I appreciated very much about Midwest was that whenever I first started out with this stuff, it's like all of it is so new and so different. It's like, you have to, I felt like, well, you have to have a level of you got to have some kind of tolerance for risk because it's unknown, right? So I'm talking to Midwest and I'm saying, well, what about this and what about that? And I'm sitting here, maybe even taking unnecessary risks. And Midwest had a low tolerance for risk. He wasn't trying to do anything crazy or stupid. He was trying to make sure he did everything the right way, not just taking chances. And right. I think he saved me from a lot of trouble because I was angry and I needed to see what was going on and what was working. And so I was wanting to try this and wanting to try that and And
yeah, that's dangerous.
Yeah, I was mad, man. I was irritated. And and I kind of felt like, he was kind of like, you got to calm down, you got to calm down, think it through and make sure you're doing the right thing. Don't just go look and see. And, he was careful. And I had to respect that because I have a family. We were going through tough times, but damn, I got a family, I got a kid, I can't do stupid things because even if it's right, because I'm thinking to myself, no, we have a right. And, you might have a right, but you want to do it in a way that doesn't attract unnecessary attention to yourself and doesn't attract unnecessary drama. And, you
always want to know the repercussions of your actions, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. But if you don't even know what the repercussions are, because you're not really sure what your actions are, you're tripping.
Right. Exactly. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. I was tripping. I was tripping. I was angry. I was
Chipper. No,
everything. No, I was. I was.
Like Midwest said, he saw
tripping.
Pay your bills with your Social Security card, and that made him curious to dive in, right? The first time when I saw that on the internet, on YouTube, I was like, dude, what the fuck? How can you put that on there? That's so wrong. Like, that's so wrong to put that like that. That clickbait. You know what I mean? And that was the first time I saw it, and then you see it all the time now.
Well,
and I was like, oh my goodness. That's crazy.
But then and now Joe Biden's doing it. Oh wow.
I would say this, right? When we talk about paying bills with our Social Security number, right? Mm-hmm. As a person who is living as the straw man, right? Does not freed themselves, started the process, or done anything, right? I would say to them, you're subject to what we just talked about. 18 USC 1341, 1342. frauds and swindles. Remember that?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so
that's what you'd be doing right there.
Being careful, doing things doing things the right way, knowing what you're doing exactly.
Yes.
That is because just a blanket statement, like how I was thinking, no, I have a right, or damn, why are they tricking me?
So the very first person to put that YouTube video out there was an agent of chaos. Now it may have helped us, right? We may have we have benefited and found the good in it, right? But there was an agent of chaos that knew it was going to do more harm than good. That's why I was like, that's terrible. You see what I'm saying?
I remember the first time. I think I remember the first time I heard somebody talking about that, and I think you guys will know. And this was a long time ago. I didn't listen very carefully because I was like, "What is she talking about?" If I said her name, I don't remember her name, but if I said her name, I think you guys would all know. She was out there a while ago, and oh man, I'm forgetting her name. But I don't know.
That one chick that was selling the packets.
Yeah, I think she was selling packets.
Her name was Levine, some shit like that.
I think so. I think that was her. Because there weren't too many people talking like her. And
yeah, she was selling the Freedom packets.
I think so.
I was not Virgo Triad, but that the other chick.
Not January, not February, not March.
No. Like no, April, not April or June. Not April. No. Shoot, this was before April or June.
Oh, before that?
Right. Oh, okay. My bad. Sorry about that.
I don't even speak her name, man.
Sorry about that.
February, not March. You a
fool. I know. I should have known by that you were trying not to say the name.
No, I succeeded, man. I didn't try.
Else,
I succeeded.
Who was that girl? She had dark hair.
Well, that probably was before my time or something.
Definitely, I was closed-minded to that stuff at that time.
Yeah, me too.
Like, nah, y'all doing the wrong thing.
Like I said, he dropped out. He'll be back. Like I said, and the first person that I did find on YouTube that was doing this was Alonzo Grant, and he actually came into one of my videos and came into he was in the Discord for a while trying to learn what we were doing.
All right.
But I thought they had sent them over as an agent, so I played him, to where he'll just leave.
I was with Lex Will. You know what I mean? We're following Bible and history and all these other things, right? And then it crossed over to Money Boy and Brother Sanchez. And I was like, what the hell? Then all of a sudden, you know what I mean? I was like, what in the world? The way it all went down for everybody, I'm sure.
Yeah, I thought I was going to the Batcave because that's what it said. We was going to the Batcave, but it ended up being like I said, his own private little room. And he was doing his own little thing, and that's how we hooked up.
But when I first saw that those Social Security videos, I was like, oh, accounts, what are they talking about? Code of Federal Regulations.
Yeah.
Like, that's the one thing when we talk about the repercussions of our actions, I always, like, I would never go back to jail. Like, how do I do that? By knowing the law.
Well,
so at least knowing what my actions are as opposed to how the law is concerned.
Yeah, because what you know now and what you got in place, they can't even fuck with you.
Well, even before that, like you know, when I smoked weed, but I lived in Georgia. It was illegal. So there it is. I'm a criminal.
I guess I'm a criminal.
So I had to know how to move.
What you say? I guess I'm a criminal there.
Yep.
Hey, I don't blame you.
But look, now in Georgia, because I'm a veteran with PS.
It's the whole thing. Where I live at, you can have 24 grams or less, and it's a $50 ticket. So I'm good. So I can have 24 grams. Good.
Right, but right now in Georgia, if you're a veteran with PTSD, then you can smoke weed. So yeah, I'm legal there too now.
Technically, I'm not a criminal.
Yeah, I've been illegal.
I meet the standards. I meet the standards criteria.
I can stand on the bus stop and smoke me some weed. So
you know what?
I can stand outside and smoke. I can walk down
now.
Yeah, in Chicago,
I'll go from right here in California all the way to Georgia, and I'll smoke all the way there.
Me too.
I can smoke anywhere.
Exactly.
I don't know. I ain't standing outside in Chicago and smoke. You crazy as a motherfucker.
I don't have any reason.
You have a bulletproof vest, a bulletproof hat, all type of bulletproof shit.
Yeah, I don't go to Chicago. I don't go to Chicago.
You talking about standing on a bus stop? Yeah,
I was just
I
go to.
I have no reason to go to Chicago.
Telling people that they stand behind the glass so they won't get shot, so they can get away quick, and then you gonna say you
stand behind the glass and smoke your weed. Stand behind the glass and smoke your weed.
The only reason I would go to Chicago is to see Fenway Park. I would go to Chicago to see where the Cubs play. That's it.
You wanna go to Wrigley Field?
No, I don't want to go there, but that's probably the only reason I would ever go.
You better go see them white.
Every year they go to the Bear Stadium every year and have that smoke out at the Bear Stadium.
Right. I want to go. I want to go to the Big Green Monster, but I don't want to go to Boston.
Right.
Hey, fuck Boston.
You got too many terrorists down in Boston.
Play there too.
You got too many terrorists in Boston.
I don't give a fuck where I'm at. If it's legal or ain't legal, I'm smoking. So they just gonna have to deal with me. Straight up. Right. It ain't that I'm breaking the law. I think I'm above the law. It's just this is what I do. Shit.
Yeah.
Well, you're not in contract.
I know I'm not breaking the law though.
You're not in contract with them.
Yeah.
Hell no. I'm contract with myself.
They can't tell you not to smoke.
No, I got pulled over. They said, "Is that weed?" I said, "No, this is my medicinal herbs."
Right. They still won't be able to do nothing to you.
No. No. But it's my medicinal herbs.
Right.
My goodness.
You criminalize the plant when you call it weed. You naturalize the plant when you call it medicinal herb.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
You're going to jail for possession of weed, marijuana, or you're going to jail for possession of medicinal herbs. There's reasons there. We got to change the name of this shit. Y'all remember that shit, Reefer Madness? That's the propaganda machine that's still in place. That was in what, the 50s or 20s or whatever it was?
Yeah, that's hilarious. That's one of the funniest.
Your daughter will fuck a digger if she smokes some weed. That's crazy.
Oh, man.
That's how long that propaganda machine's been going. Since its inception, that's what it was built and designed to do. Control the people.
Knowing full well how powerful a plant hemp is.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So you break it down and use a lot of it in your medicine.
man, you could put,
your
you can make
pharmaceuticals.
anything better with hemp. Clothes, materials, build a house, build a plane. Do my
But that
goodness.
was William Randolph Hearst. They had the money and the control and the propaganda machine and the papers and the media. So you're going to take my paper away with this hemp? You're going to kill my industry. No, can't have that. We're going to demonize that.
Oh,
You're fucking with my money. It's
can't
fucking
do
with
that.
my emotions.
Okay. Big
Look,
pun.
all our gangster is from them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or and vice versa.
Man.
It's all the same.
Yeah, they do not play around with, you can't, man. And that's how it's been.
Look, we say the pimp hand is strong. Their pimp hand is strong. And from a poverty level, we have our representation of that is a pimp, and his hand is strong. So his hand is strong, and now we compare it to the government. The government's pimp hand is strong. It's the same thing. That's what I call a product of your environment.
Yeah, because we're hard learners. We learn like verbatim. We
We
learn
adapt.
really, really well. We
We
adapt,
adapt. We are
exactly.
versatile. We adapt fast.
But
Too fast for them. They can't keep up. We adapt.
those ways are not our ways. We
No,
that
no, but we've grown
kidnapping,
accustomed to them,
kidnapping,
and we
all that
fast.
all that nonsense. That is not us.
Right.
We have education, community building, spirituality, healing.
Right.
That's us.
Yeah, that's what we're
That's our
rebuilding.
history.
That's what we're rebuilding. That's what we're realizing.
See, that's why you gotta take education. That's why they had to take education away from us, because
Of course.
that's our thing.
Man,
Learning.
check this out. Check this out. Just for the melanated people. Imagine if you took over these people, enslaved them, lied to them, took their heritage, their history, snatched their babies away, and killed the parents. Now you just got the baby and the mother, and you did all this to them people. And when they finally rise up generations later and get their own little schoolhouse and teach their children outside, they just run in circles around your children. When you've had every advantage in giving them every disadvantage. And they run circles around you from where you put them, they still run circles around you.
From half a millennium.
That's the power we have. That's
Hey,
and when he realized it before we realized it.
Yeah, do not give them education. Oh my goodness. Do not let their fathers stay in the home.
No, Shipper. No, Shipper. That's not enough. You have to give them miseducation.
See?
Teach
them this.
It's worse than that, than just don't give them education. No. Right. You have to give them miseducation to feed to their generation.
Oh, did you say miseducation?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah,
garbage. Hot garbage.
Oh man. But you know what though? It's like, when the truth, there's truth in every fractal. And it's like if you got truth in you, then you're gonna find the truth in everything.
Yeah.
You're gonna find the truth in a dark online.
Yeah. What did Angelo say? I rise. Oh man, that's one of my favorite authors, man. Oh wait, she's powerful.
Talk to me.
Pay homage every day. Man. Ooh.
can't be separated from your origins. Can't be separated from where you come from.
From all.
That's right. Where we come from.
Yeah.
From the source. You can't be separated from the source.
Or you can be.
In an illusion. In a
Yeah,
lie.
well, that's what we're in. So yeah, I mean, we're in an illusion. So. So that's just a perspective. You know what I'm saying? A viewpoint, a reality.
You remember? Okay, whenever I first started talking with you guys, I was blown away at how time would pass, and it seemed like no time was passing at all. And then, just conversations, and I'm just feeling like, man, I'm not even tired. It's weird. And then I'm like, well, surely this has gotta wear off. 2 years 1 year later, 2 years later, going on 3 years later. Same thing. Like it's like knowledge fuels your brain.
Yeah.
Where a lie, confusion will just exhaust. It'll exhaust you. I couldn't stand school, and I couldn't stand reading their stupid books either. I mean, it really turned me off. But I mean, there were some things that I could read. I could, if it was spiritual, I could read it every day. If it had to do with how the body works, I could read it all day and all night. Because if it made,
I would read the whole thing, and then do all that. And they're like, you can't go that far ahead. You wait. I don't want to wait. That's what I went through.
Oh my goodness, I got scolded for that in school too. Oh, doing like finishing the math book early. Oh my goodness, it was like I killed somebody. My teacher looked at me like she wanted to cut my head off.
See, you was just advanced. You was just advanced because a lot of students in school used to finish their workbook off so they won't have to do nothing for the rest of the week. Just to be ahead of the rest of the class. Some kids never came to school but passed a test every Friday.
Maybe that's why she looked at me like that.
You know what I'm saying? Because you was just advanced more than a lot of students in this class. Like I say, a lot of kids didn't show up at school, but when they came in on that Friday, they passed every test we supposed to have. So, You know what I'm saying? So you never know.
And it wasn't even that I was advanced, but I mean, there was something going on inside my brain. But I had an older brother though, and I asked him for help. I said I didn't know how to do this math, and then he was like, and he was only 2 years older than me, but he was a genius. He was my brother who passed away. He was a freaking genius. Okay, so he's only 2 years older than me, and he teaches me how to do this math, and I understood it, and I couldn't stop. I finished the whole book in one day from the beginning, at the beginning of class, and my teacher looks at me. She's looking at and all I learned from her was, and all I saw was, I don't want you to be smart. I don't want you to be smart.
Yeah, they don't.
I want you to be. I want you to be whatever it is that you're doing. I want you to stop. Whatever it was that compelled you to work hard, I want you to stop that. Do you know I didn't do homework again until college? I promise. The only reason why I passed my classes was the tests, because I never did homework again. Never. You never could get me to do homework. I don't even know why. Finally, I get to college. It's like the tests, because I'm a listener. I listen. I could be asleep in the police academy, my nickname was Marcolepsy, okay? Because I was always asleep. Well, I could listen asleep, and I'll pass every test. Really, really good. Okay, that's how I passed school. It's because I couldn't. If I heard it once, I was gonna get at least a B+ on that test. If I heard it twice, I was gonna get an A. Every time. That's what got me through school, because I never did homework until college.
It's all good. Man, we've been on here for a minute, 2 hours and 34 minutes. We've been rolling. Don't even seem like it, huh, Rob?
Not to me, man.
It never do, especially when you're talking, you're listening, you're learning, and you're responding to what's going on, you're communicating, and everybody on the same page and can relate to what's going on. So it make everything even better.
And the
man, y'all put some
Big Groove. I cut you off, man.
No, go ahead. I'll let you go first.
I was just gonna say, you know, if somebody who didn't know us personally, they would think that we all think the same. And the truth is like we're a diverse group of individuals. I don't know one of us who really thinks the same. You know, but for some reason we're able to, you know, agree to disagree. We're able to learn from each other.
1 minute. You know, I've been on and off on the show because we've been paying bills all day. We've been paying people bills all day on the show.
Midwest, text Big Groove. Gotta protect his privacy.
I got him. I muted him.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean that's the interesting part, because people who are just alike, I feel like can't agree this much. You know what I mean? But we're all very diverse, and we all don't think the same, and that's for sure. But we're able to learn from each other and you know, and understand that we're coming from different perspectives.
Yeah, but at the same time, we want to learn, and we willing to put in whatever it takes to learn to get what we need to succeed.
Right.
So it's a difference. And it don't take nothing to motivate us, but knowing that it's something out there that exists and it's just waiting on us. So that motivates us to, you know, to get it done. That don't motivate a lot of people.
You're right. You're probably right. You must be right.
The first thing they're gonna say, oh man, they ain't gonna give us that, or they ain't gonna do this, or they ain't gonna do that. Fuck what they ain't gonna do. What you gonna do? Show them you gonna take the first step to get what's yours, and shit, they might look out for you. But if you never take the initiative to try it, then you'll never know. You might not have to file all this shit. They might be like, you know what? Here you go. We ain't got time for that shit. You know, you ain't got to do all that. Here, take this shit. Go on about your business. But if you never try it, you never know. And a lot of people be thinking like we doing what the Moors did, like when Moors. I'm like, no, we're not nothing like that to that nature. We're not Moors. You know?
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head with the name change when you said that. We're not changing the L or Bay or none of that.
Right.
Yeah, because that has meaning. And if you understand what that means, then you're accepting all that means.
Yeah, you're going right back under contract.
Yep. These looters right here in LA, man, they're looking really shitty right now.
Shock just text me and sent me that picture. The police shot this girl point blank range with a rubber bullet. She got a big old hole in her head.
Whoa.
Damn.
It is yeah, that'll give you a concussion. She'll never be the same. That's lethal force. That's lethal force. Oh my!
They got the Fox. They got the Fox News camera right there filming them, and they don't even care. They're still just going in there taking stuff, driving in their car.
Yeah. Hey, look, the reporter was standing at the door of the Walgreens that they had broken into. When they was running out of it, he was like, look, they're coming out of the Walgreens with all of the merchandise. And he walked to the side and stood there and let them finish coming on. I'm like, this shit crazy, man. All this shit is set up. This is a big-ass movie.
Yeah.
It's happening in every state. It's a fucking movie.
Yeah.
What is this? Not Independence Day. What day is this? This The Purge.
Mm-hmm.
And then they want to go ahead and pin it on us.
You know, they got on some people got on masks because of the corona. A lot of people don't.
I don't think there's no pinning it on us. It's way past that, which is a good thing.
Yeah, it ain't bothering me. I'm enjoying the show.
Yeah, it's way past the race thing. This is like right here. This is the local news in California, right? And all I see is Mexicans going in here taking stuff. That's what I'm looking at. That's not a racist statement. No, that's all I'm seeing is Latino people running these places. They got them on camera, live. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure some of them, because of where it's at, are illegal. That's if the odds say that. As many illegals that are in that city, that there odds are that some of those are illegals. And I'm like,
right.
What the? Yeah, that's man.
Did you see the guy walk past the reporter with the 55-inch flat screen TV? He walked right out of Target with the TV under his arm, like he just paid for it, like everything.
And I have compassion, a different kind of compassion for my brethren, right? People of my color, because at least we have generations that have been under the oppression of this system. So if you're running with a TV, you shouldn't do it. But nigga, I get it, man. Go ahead, man. You know what I mean? Right. But look, you come here from another country. You ain't even been under the oppression we've been under here. No, it's your perspective's totally different. If you're out there in this time when the country's having this unrest and you out there in the streets doing that shit, man, I don't give a fuck what happens to you. I mean, what happens to you happens to you. Good luck.
After this, everybody gonna have a pair of J's, and everybody gonna have a flat screen TV after this one.
Yeah. That's right.
Oh man. Yeah.
Nobody will know where you go.
Man, they done broke in. Boy, they went into all the high-end stores last night out here. All the high-end stores they broke into last night.
Right. But remember, each city is gonna have a different perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of times we lose that.
In Atlanta, they hit the mall, they hit the Icebox jewelry store. They said they stole over $2 million in jewelry.
Damn.
Them motherfuckers were smart. Now, them some smart motherfuckers. They hit the jewelry. I don't condone it, but if you're going to do something and get some time, get something worth getting some time for. You know what I'm saying?
So the risk is worth the reward. The reward is worth the risk.
I've done private security for jewelry stores. Man, they lock that stuff down tight.
Man, boy, when you piss off some motherfucking people, I don't give a fuck what you lock up. They coming, they breaking. Man, I'm telling you.
We watch Ocean.
You don't think all these stores up extra security bars and shit for the riot? Man, them niggas tore that shit down like it was aluminum foil, man. They don't get no fuck about no safe. They gonna open that motherfucking safe on CNN on live. Did you hear him say they was walking past the reporters with the shit? Nigga, they don't give a fuck. Nigga, they'll come out that bitch with the safe. Come on now.
Oh, mama.
You know what? And
on rollers.
For insurance too, they may not want to lock it down too hard, you know. Maybe they're like, go ahead, you know.
That's what, it ain't even that. Man, it's just like a lick. I mean, if it's a safe in here, we eventually we gonna get it open. Shit. We just gotta get it safe. First, we gotta get it to a safe place.
Right.
Shit, we gonna get some a welding tank and a torch.
We gonna get in it. All right, man, well, slow down. We gonna get in it.
Don't worry about that. Just get it over here. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about all that.
And that's all. That's what I'm saying. It don't matter about if it's in a safe or not. If somebody want it, they're gonna get it.
We gonna use a chemical compound. It's gonna work much faster.
Oh well, yeah, that's even better. Hey.
Yes, I know.
Store down the street.
I was just gonna hit the weak spots. I wasn't trying to go half. I was gonna make 2 pops and split that bitch wide open with a sledgehammer. Oh,
I'm gonna pour 1 cup on the top or the side, and we're gonna go right on in with our mask because you can't breathe that shit in, and then we'll get right in.
Say less. Say less.
There are advantages to mastering alcohol.
Well, yeah, but you see what I'm saying? They walking past live TV reporters, but what you know what I'm saying with merchandise, and what got me was the police was arresting the damn TV reporters last night.
Yeah, right.
They wasn't even arresting the people that was running out the stores with the shit. They arrested the reporter.
Yeah, for that wrong state.
We don't need you filming this.
So you're crazy.
You don't need it on camera.
Arrest you and save your life.
They arrested their whole camera crew.
Yeah.
Wow.
If you putting something on live, I can't control that. If I'm about to do something, I got to get you out the way real quick.
Yeah.
Man, to me, that's all that was. I don't know what they got out the way, but they needed it not to be on camera. Because what happened? They let them go after they got them to the police station. They just needed to get them out of there so they could do what they had to do real quick. That's plain and simple. And can't nobody tell me different, man. That's exactly what they did. They didn't press charges. No, they arrested them, took them in, let them go.
Right.
Get out of here with that.
Knowing that they got credential and they media and they press.
Yes.
And they got passes to be out there. So why was they arrested?
This is not going to be on camera.
Yeah.
We'll deal with the consequences later.
Wow.
Because there ain't gonna be none.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's already staged.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but whatever it was not on camera, and they made sure of that.
Hey, Big Groove. If you was in a hotel room overseeing a concert and you were shooting down on people, ain't no way in hell nobody getting hit for bullets that's coming from the side. Because you shooting down. Should nobody catch nothing?
The bullets were coming from the helicopter.
Should nothing be coming from the side?
Yeah.
No.
I'm just letting it be known that fact is out now. The bullets were coming from the helicopter.
What they were shooting at?
Huh?
That happened. I think that was
Las Vegas.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, dude was shooting out of the hotel room. The shots the vast majority of the shots were coming from the helicopter.
Wow.
Not only from the helicopter.
He probably in the hotel room. The nigga in the hotel room probably was shooting at the helicopter. Shit, for all we know.
Nah.
I'm just talking, Chris.
I was saying if he would have hit that a couple of times, that might could have went down, huh? If he hit it right. shooting at the helicopter.
Hey, dude.
Now,
Hey,
when
dude.
you see the footage, you'll see the helicopters flying above and behind like from that window. So he couldn't even see the helicopter.
Do the helicopters fly above the clouds?
No, this helicopter was flying hella low. And they say it was
I'm asking you
No, they
a
don't.
question.
No, they don't. They don't. I ain't never seen a helicopter.
Wait. I hear what you're saying, right? But let me tell you this.
Uh-huh.
In California, the mountains, right, are right there. And the clouds, we can call them clouds, they're not really clouds. The fog is right there all on the ground through those mountains. And the helicopters fly all through that shit every day. Because it's like that all the time. It's not unusual.
But you have to look at it. That's California. And then when you look at it from down this way, they don't go that high. You know what I'm saying? Because California have mountains.
Yeah, because of the sea level.
So they stay kind of low.
The point is still valid that you make, Midwest, with that, but it's not because of it's not for that reason. But the point is still valid.
Yeah, that's why I don't believe that shit about Kobe, because I know in hell, if it was foggy and like that, they wouldn't even been that high. They would have been flying low, and they wouldn't even hit a fucking mountain, is what I'm saying. So
yeah,
the shit
they do that all the time. They fly that route all this shit is the time. In the fall,
something big is finna happen. So y'all better get ready, because something big is finna happen, and y'all better prepare yourself. And get ready, because
in LA right now.
Breaking. It might be a. They might take the electricity from us next, because they're doing whatever they can to try to to stop what's trying to happen. The new way of living. You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
Yeah, it's true.
It's time for the power to change hands, my brother.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You even saw that in the movies.
But the last updates that I heard, Midwest, through the grapevine, right, were that the National Guard was partially in place for just that reason, because they were under control. Whereas the governments can call them and use them, Trump controls them, right? And they put them in strategic places to make sure they couldn't attack the grid. But because that's what they were going to do. And at first they didn't think that they were going to be able to do it. So they were saying, make sure you had, first it was like 6 months worth of supplies. Then it was 3 months worth of supplies. Then it was 2 weeks. And then it got to the point where they got so much control where they don't even think it's going to go down, totally down, for more than 2 or 3 days.
And
that's what they said, like maybe 3 days of dark and shit like that. Just be able to survive. You know how to barbecue and shit like that. You good. That means you can cook outdoors and shit. You can survive. You can get some branches and some, and start a fire and get them branches hot and cook some shit. You feel what I'm saying? Just learn. Hey, you'll be a Cub Scout. Don't be no Boy Scout. Be a Cub Scout.
If the power goes out, don't forget the first thing is to cook the meat. The next day, before it goes bad, cook
it all.
It'll last a little bit longer if you cook. Anything you got, it's gonna spoil.
Yeah. Cook all that shit, whatever it is, just cook it.
Throw it on the grill.
They be like, motherfucker, you been cooking for 3 days. The electricity came back on. Ain't this about
what are you doing? I'm lighting the grill, fool.
I got enough fluid and shit to light the grill.
Yeah.
It's enough dry leaves around this motherfucker to light a grill.
I got grill and I got charcoal and lighter
smart people.
And propane and stoves and shit too.
That's another reason why.
Propane my fire. Put a rack over that fire pit and cook fire.
See, that right there is another reason why community is important, because
I know how to survive with food.
I camp and shit, man. So I got, I'm good.
Some people know how to, do things that.
Yeah, we got 7 minutes, and we'll be at the 3-hour mark.
Damn.
7 minutes, people. We hit the 3-hour mark. We're gonna end this in 7 minutes, Big Groove. I see you over there, looking like you tired over there. I be like that too. Doing paperwork, motherfucker. I be over here nodding.
I got up this morning. When I got up this morning about 8 or 9, had to go out there to Jackson City Jackson Park to meet this guy because I had got a bike to start back exercising. So trying to change some things. My cousin, Midwest hooked me up on some black seed oil, and then he was just taking me through some things that he been doing, and by that taking that black seed oil, it's been helping my whole body out. That black seed oil do wonders for me.
Right.
And I take and I take vitamin C with it. Yeah. Right. And I take that vitamin C with it, and I take a 1 man a day in the morning. So that's all I need. And my body functioning good.
I add a teaspoon of Manuka honey every morning.
What honey?
Manuka.
Yeah, Manuka.
Yeah. I get it on Amazon. It's potent. I get the $50 one, not the $10 or $20 one. Get the potent one. It works. You feel it.
What does it do? I'm gonna order some.
All the benefits of honey times 1,000.
Whoa. Whoa. You know what? And Chris, I don't think Chris is somebody who's given to exaggeration either.
No, if you take honey and feel it, you take a teaspoon of honey and you're like, oh, that's good, or that's overpowering. It's too sweet for some people. But just a teaspoon of honey, right? But no big deal, right? But no, a teaspoon of this stuff, you took it.
Yeah. You took it.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm gonna order some.
Man, it's good. It's good, Chipper. It's good. It's real good, Chipper.
Like I said, just get the good one. Don't go for the low. I think what is it, HTJG or something like that. I forget what it is.
You like Manuka, you love Mamuka. 1/10 the price.
Now there's mine's from there's one that I found is just the best one. I'll text it to you, Chipper.
Cool.
Because you want it from a specific place. You don't want some derivative of it or some, you want it from the specific. I think it's New Zealand.
Okay. Yeah, because there's some people, there's some people whose word you could take for stuff, and then,
Yeah, I'll send you the link, but don't just get anyone. Because I was looking at them too, and I was like, wait a minute, man. What is this? They're doing too much. Like, wait a minute, you're doing too much. Like they have some things, some medicine, some supplements for you, right? And it sharpens your IQ, right? And your brain power and all this shit make your shit fire off and function better. But the fraction of what really makes it do that is what is in the concoction. Right. So you can get that fraction and quantity from nature.
Right.
Yes. And I was like, oh man. So
they hide the formula with all the additives. Yeah.
They use the formula by adding shit.
Yeah.
Because they don't want you to get that one thing in nature that'll actually do the job. Right. They'd rather poison you with all these other chemicals and that little thing so you get the good effect a little bit. Yeah.
You can't get the whole effect and then solve the problem.
Just a little bit.
No,
so you can become
a little relief instead of a cure.
Right.
So you can become dependent on big.
Yes. Exactly. Yes. While the other chemicals are addicting you in their formula.
So you can always depend on big.
Yes. Yes.
Can't cure problems now. Yes. There's no money.
If you're not the master of your alchemy, then they will master your alchemy.
Oh my goodness. They in 1900 they knew that they were going to be able to cure all diseases by 1920.
They knew there were no diseases. They had to create them.
Yeah, no kidding. How about that?
In creating the disease, they created the cure. Because that's the like the brain, the brain mind fuck. That's the mind fuck right there.
Yeah. So you know what the problem with this world is? There are no diseases. We're gonna have to make some. ASAP.
I will put you out here and nothing that's infected. Remember that.
Dipper, you forgot that part where all that stuff they did to us and our kids still ran laps around them? Huh?
Laps.
Yes. So that's the reason for the diseases that they create.
Yeah, that's a problem. They're figuring stuff out. They're fast. They're strong. They're big. We got problems. We need some diseases.
No, it's not even that. He ruled us. And now, for some reason, he doesn't remember that he did. Let's attack him while he's weak.
Yep.
Wow.
You see the difference?
I do.
I think so. What you're saying makes sense, but I have a feeling that it unpacks even further. Like what you're saying.
That's it at its core.
Yeah.
That is it at its core. How do you unpack that further?
No, I mean, I think that you have a better understanding of what you're saying than I'm actually picking up on.
Right on, brother.
You know, because you said that, and I never thought of it. I never thought of it from that angle. So there's probably more to unpacking that thought that you said than what I just heard right now.
That's wisdom. That's awareness.
Holy crap.
Because that might even be speaking to the concept of what we were talking about earlier, right?
Yes, there you go. I waited for you to make the connection, Chipper.
You see, well, it took me that long. I'm like, Chris is saying something. He's saying something to me. I don't know what he's saying. Let me think about this for a minute.
Let us make our children in our image. Let us do that. Spectrum.
Yes, exactly. Spectrum, we have a problem.
Lord.
We have a problem, Spectrum. We're gonna need some diseases.
We were talking about Midwest when they said "Let us make man in our image." A lot of people think that's a trilogy, right? And when they say the gods, the Elohim, they want to limit it to a trilogy, right? And I said, no, that's a spectrum. That's a spectrum. That could be a light being making a light beings in their image. All these things make and be fruitful and multiply. They did because it's metaphoric, right?
Right.
And then when he goes and makes this dude in the garden and breathes his life into him, when he gives him 1 - 1 and gives him of himself, that man is special to him. He didn't give him one of those females. He gave him a woman from his rib. So she is different from those females. He is different from those men. They are different from those others in the spectrum. A lot of those others in the spectrum, those other beings or races, they have died off. But yet we are still here. A lot of them, their due date is coming up, and they're doing everything to not fall off the spectrum. They want to exist.
Well, you know,
that's why they keeping up all this chaos.
And you know what?
That's all they can do.
we actually might be the ark. You got to get into that genetic. You got to get into that genetic ark to survive.
Yes.
To keep your name going, because like what you're saying. I mean, I'm just throwing ideas out there, but you know what I mean?
I mean, the ark is a creation, and it is part of us. Yeah. And it elaborate.